All right, so we've got it all figured out.
Everybody's jumping. Everybody hear us? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Everybody except for Velkorin is here. I think Sky's here. I haven't heard him. I'm up muted, or he ran away and didn't tell me he left. But
Guy.
I'm gonna assume yes. All right. Anyways, I'll just do my quick recap here. Hello, guys. This is our 6th session. If you are just joining us now, this is I'm Zom. I'm the dungeon master for this. Our Legend of Zelda D&D campaign called Whispers of Hope. Since everybody's not here, I'll do the recap first. Oh, there's one of them. Waiting for the other one to come back. I thought he was here.
We weren't started yet.
I thought he was here. He apparently isn't, or is muted, and he is here. Okay, we're good. Never mind. We'll do intros then. Like I said, I'm Zom. I'm the dungeon master, and then we'll start from left to right with Rita, as usual.
'Tis I, the top leftmost character on your screen right now. If you're watching, if you're just listening, that doesn't matter to you. I am Rhettaliate, aka Novaretta, aka Vivra Crew, the Twili druid. That's all you need to know.
Wythr, go ahead.
I'm Jaxi. I'll be playing Wythr as always. Usually she's very quiet, but she's been talking a lot lately. But usually she's quiet. And that's it for me too.
Hi, you're up.
I'm Sky, CeruleanxIris. I play Akari, Shiekah, who has joined the group, and that's all I really got right now.
Hey, Dad, introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Dad. I play Dad. That's it.
That's it.
Do a legit intro. Come on.
I'm AlistairForgall. I am playing Velkorin. The Fox Dad. That's my legitimate intro.
And lastly, Toto.
I'm Kael, or KaelosMythos, and I play Toto, the baby Yoda of the group.
Yeah, so that's all of our players. We'll just jump into it real quick here. Last time, our players had made their way to the Kokiri village of Saria. Everybody kind of met Prince Frederick. Obviously, Velkorin already knew about them, but for the rest of them, everybody kind of met him for the first time, and kind of just got a little bit of the lay of the land in that village there, learned about the Kokiri and such. Velkorin had his discussion with Frederick about things and stuff that were secrets and such, but whatever. And then they kind of had a bit of a altercation with Wythr and Toto with the image of Wythr at the night, which seemed to get resolved, as well as...
And I take a picture again. I'm kidding.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Murder.
Already?
Immediate murder.
You're
But-
lucky that's fake.
Oh.
But yeah, so we kind of ended with Wythr and Velkorin having a bit of a bonding moment to themselves, learning things about each other, and everybody kind of settling down after the drama. I don't really remember what everybody was doing before they went to sleep, though, so I have everybody kind of refresh me what you guys are doing before you rested.
I gave
Alright.
you a summary of the whole episode.
You read it, but I want to clarify what people want
the
to
audience can't read your summaries.
do. That too.
I wandered off.
You wandered
a
off,
bit
I remember
to clean
that.
off my crime scene.
Yep.
I would say after she rinses it off, I think she took a cup. Did she take a cup of tea with her, or did she deny it? I don't remember that.
You initially
you remember-
denied it, I remember that. I don't know if
yeah,
you changed
okay.
your mind or not. So.
No. Oh, I remember. I think I took a slice of pie and I walked off with that.
Yes,
Yes,
the apple
I
and
think-
mushroom pie.
Yes, the surprisingly good pie with a mushroom on top of it. Yeah, and I probably finished eating it by the river, just kind of watching the fish move along and stuff. And eventually, I would meander back into town. I don't know if I would run into anyone to talk to at that time of night. Most people are probably, sleeping.
It depends on if you were looking for people or not.
I mean, I feel like she would kind of just be
Do her own
wandering
thing.
around the town, sort of like reminiscing now that she's by herself.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was a child or something just, playing late in front of their house, maybe she hides behind a building, turns into a wolf, and is like, I remember this kid. They'll probably remember me as a wolf.
Oh,
Just has a-
definitely. If you're wandering around as a wolf, the kids are gonna
Yeah.
jump on you probably.
Oh yeah, so in middle of the night, doggy pile.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I think that's what she'll do. She'll hide because they don't know that she's the wolf. So she'll like kind of leave the town, transform by the river, come back in as the wolf.
Sure.
Even though she's without Okoku right now, but
Yeah.
she's like she'll see a kid playing around and just nuzzle it a little bit, like, and they're like, "Ah."
Yes, basically, yeah. Any of the kids that would be still awake that obviously would recognize
Yeah.
you. A lot of them.
A lot of them what? Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of them would be probably asking you, "Where's Okoku?" Because they've never seen you not with Okoku.
True. And she would just keep distracting them with wolfy antics.
Yep.
Because she can't answer. I mean, she could use telepathy, but she's not going to do that to them.
Mhm.
Do you think Okoku would have given her a name, a different name as the wolf?
I don't
literal
think
pet
so,
name?
unless you wanted her to give her a different name.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
So the kids would probably be like, Vivra.
And that's when some
Yeah.
of them that saw you in the human form would start to click together, but they
Yeah,
don't.
because
But they're not gonna say it because obviously the I should say the more adult kids that have lived an extra 1,000 years.
Yeah. 1,000 years. Oh yeah, they definitely.
They're
would
immortal.
be
They
like,
don't die unless
You suspiciously have the same name as that Twili that left the village moments ago.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's what she's doing once that dies down and her time runs out in wolf form. She'll, probably lean against the outside of Velkorin's house and just nod off there.
Should switch our music to do that. Do that real quick. Well, we're still kind of going, so that's fine. Yeah. So, and then I know Wythr, you were in the bed sleeping. Velkorin is sleeping on the couch, and then what was Toto and Akari doing?
Toto was sleeping in the bed as well.
Okay.
Akari
Going
went back
to
to her
sleep
spot
with your
and she to
arch
sleep.
nemesis.
Okay, cool. Alright. Shift music over since we're not gonna have any apparently I can't I got the dog voice today.
Again.
Exactly.
Texted you.
Vivra, roll your save for the morning.
Oh, okay. I'm all good.
You're good? Alright.
Yeah.
Oop.
I'll just message you the number.
You're good. You know what you're at, so just yeah. There we go. Now it's cool. Perfect. Yeah. So, all of you guys kind of check in for the night, and it's a very uneventful morning because obviously you're in town, so everything's safe, as well as just as far as you are aware, there's plenty of eyes watching the town all the time. So, yeah. So we'll say the sun starts to come up over the trees, and you have your fancy god rays peeking through the trees. And I'll say, since Akari, you are outside, you're the first one to kind of get blinded by the sun, as well as something bonk drops on your head
What?
and plops under your chest, and it's a golden acorn.
Well, just take the acorn out, put it into our inventory for now. Well, actually, no. I want to identify that acorn.
Okay. Even better, yeah. All right, you identified the acorn, and you find out it is a guardian acorn. And actually, I think I already have it as an item, so I'll just give you one. Or yes, I do. Perfect. Throw it in your backpack. The guardian acorn. Where did it go? In your backpack? There it is. When you crack this guardian acorn open, it emits a golden mist that surrounds and protects the user. You gain +3 to your AC for 1d4 plus 2 rounds. When
Have
you
to
use
eat it for that, you mentioned?
you crack it open.
Oh, okay.
So. I will also say that you noticed that a Kokiri was higher up in the tree and had dropped it on your head and is just kind of giggling at you. Because they're like, why are you sleeping in the tree when there's plenty of houses?
It's always good to have a vantage point when sleeping. Anything happens, you've got to be ready.
They just kind of giggle like the children giggle, and then they jump off to the next tree.
Akari would follow him, but now just kind of enters the house to see if everybody else is awakened yet.
That you're probably the first to awaken, whether or not everybody else is starting to wake up yet or not.
Wythr got less sleep because she was kind of waiting for everyone else to fall asleep for a while. So she'll be sleeping in a bit longer until someone wants to wake us up, or
Akari will clear her throat and take a breath. And he yell, "It's morning! Everybody trying to wake up!"
Okay. Nobody? Nope. Didn't
Yeah.
work,
I
I
rolled a
guess.
17. Does that mean I keep sleeping or I wake up?
What were you trying to roll?
I don't know. I just
I don't-
decided to roll.
You just decided to roll. No, have you tried to sleep when somebody yells at you?
I rolled a 17 for sleep.
I don't think. Based on what I know about your character, I don't think she's a heavy sleeper.
-1 constitution, so
Uh-huh. That
she's
too.
awake. She's awake.
Yeah.
She kind of bolts up and like startled because it's loud.
Loud noises.
And I see Toto's sleeping beside me.
Yes, snoozing.
Is the pillow barrier still there?
How far away on this giant bed?
Near the edge.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I think that when Akari is awoken and, goes in, I think Vivra was already awake, because remember, she slept earlier for a while, and then she got up, and so she only needed a little more sleep. So I think that when they're up, sort of in like a little courtyard area, is Vivra in wolf form, just running around with the kids again.
Yeah. And then I will also add on to the fact that you kind of see a lot of Kokiri it looks like they're carrying a lot of heavy things, and there's a lot of just people pointing around. It looks like they're probably either attempting to set up for something or getting ready to take something to set something up. But it's a lot busier for an early morning than you would think it would be. For what you noticed, at least.
I sort of watch them and kind of keep the kids out of the way.
I would say you would also see that Frederick is also already up and is kind of navigating people, and Sidon is also with him, doing what he can to help out.
Sidon's back?
He's still here. Yeah.
Girl,
Okay.
shoot your
You
shot.
guys got here at night the day of, and then just are finally
Okay.
sleeping. So it's been like 6 hours.
Okay, so that changed things a little bit. So she is kind of trying to keep the kids out of the side, but if whatever Sidon walks by, she at one point she rams her head into a wall because she was not paying attention.
Jesus.
And she's like, "No, I'm good." She keeps
Just
moving
rubbing her
along
nose
the
with her
kids.
paw.
I love
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Shush. Shush. It's fine. Everything is fine. And in her head she's like, thank goodness I'm in wolf form. Just don't come talk to me. Just
But yeah, so like I said, it seems like something's going on in the town. At least you don't necessarily know what's going on, but yeah, Frederick is out and delegating and or helping, as well as Sidon is helping out as well. So looks like something's going on. What about Dad? Is Dad gonna get up, or is he gonna sit on the couch and
Get up and make breakfast.
What's for
make some
breakfast?
coffee?
I need to know.
Probably vegetables.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because of where we live.
fruits and veggies would be the more
Can I
common
try
thing.
to catch a fish
You
with my wolf
Sure.
face?
You can go with your wolf face. I like that phrasing. Yes, you can try to go catch a fish
Yay.
with your
That's
wolf
survival?
face.
Can I
Yeah,
use
we'll say that's survival.
please?
Are you
Yay.
proficient with the tool wolf face?
I should hope so. That's a 15. Good
Yeah,
stuff, 15.
I'll say you catch a Hylian bass.
Yeah, I drag it to the house and plop it on the table for Velkorin.
Its head is missing.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
No.
Wither's
I
up
got-
now, watching.
Yeah.
Its head is missing, you said?
No, I was just being a sarcastic.
Oh, I was literally gonna play along, be like, yes, and I'm sorry, but I got hungry
I
along
got
the way.
hungry on the way. But yeah, all right. You guys have a decently sized bass.
I
if you-
wasn't gonna let, you know what it was, I wasn't gonna let Wythr get at the eyes again.
Yeah. I can't be trusted, apparently.
Yes, you can't be
I
trusted
learned
with
my
eyes.
lesson.
Yeah.
Ooh, crunchy.
And
Wither kind of
with her telepathy, she goes to Velkorin, breakfast.
So yeah, you have a bass now to add on to your breakfast, I guess.
Wither taps Velkorin's arm, says rice, and like holds her hands up, like, is there any?
Do we have rice here? I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rice is abundant. Here.
Sure. I'll make some rice. I feel like I'm wearing an apron right now.
Yep. Yep.
And it says, kiss the cook.
Would
Wythr-
Velkorin have an apron that says kiss the cook? I need to know if this is canon.
Probably
No,
if it was a
he
gift
doesn't
from
even have an
Frederick.
apron. He honestly,
Oh,
honestly, he probably cooks like a standard single man in
That's true.
literally just like boxers or pants and no shirt on.
With your mask still on, though.
Well,
Yeah, with
that's
us.
so
yeah,
funny.
with you guys here,
Just the mask.
with you here, I have clothes on.
Oh,
but
that
like,
sucks. Now that you have an entourage, you have to
Oh,
be like
I was
covered up
like-
at all
Yeah.
times.
I was so ready to be like, oh, skin color?
No, since I have clothes on cooking.
Velkorin's probably kind of upset about that too. He's like, ugh.
Me personally is upset about that. I don't remember the last time I wore clothes while cooking, unless
Yeah.
it was like bacon or something.
You cook bacon with clothes on? Wow.
Yeah, I don't want that
Where's
splatter.
your edge, man?
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, it is correct. I will. If you want to roll for fancy, go for it. Since everybody else wants to roll for
How do you
fancy
roll for
cooking or not.
fancy?
You want me to roll for cooking? It's
Sure.
fucking rice and fish.
Yeah,
Do
so you can do
survival,
survival
Velkorin,
then to
do
make
it.
sure it at least cooks well.
God damn.
Roll for
Yes,
it, man.
and-
We're playing.
Okay.
We're gonna play D&D, Alistair.
What is this? What is
Man,
this
You're
game?
in-
making
your
you roll
imaginary
fucking
food.
dice in a
Then
D&D
what is
game.
it? Survival?
I'll make you do survival since you're just making...
19.
All right.
We're cooking rice and bass
Yep.
And veggies.
And veggies.
and veggies.
You made a nice steam stir fry with fish stir fry or something for breakfast. We'll say that.
Wither has rice and pours tea over it, eats it like cereal.
Oh. Why?
It's a real thing.
I guess.
What's wrong with you?
It's a real thing.
You lie. Stop gaslighting me.
Don't guess. Maybe it is in her culture.
Other cultures.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do now that your bellies are full?
Wythr looks outside to, like, if there's a window that's not covered, or if there isn't, she'll look out the doorway and just kind of peek around and see what's going on in the town.
Yeah, and kind of same thing I said with Vivra. The town seems unusually busy for an early morning, and there's lots of people walking around with boxes or food or other things, just kind of very busy for an early morning.
I turned back into a person to eat, and now I'm like, ah, crap. I only have one more shift today, and it's morning.
Well,
I made this decision. Someone else do something. I described the whole morning routine
Yeah.
for Vivra. Don't make me talk to Sidon yet. I am absolutely stalling.
I should say, Akari, did you come in for? Yeah, you did come in. You're the one that woke
Yeah.
everybody up.
Yeah.
So when I was looking outside, I saw people are like preparing something.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's busy and doing something, and like I said, it's pretty unusual for people to be this busy this early in the morning, so something must be going on.
Okay, I rolled a natural 19 for my stealth to go wander out into the crowd. Who'd we lose? The bot?
We'll
Music
find
bot?
out.
The bot? Oh,
Mhm.
what the hell? That's why it's
I
so
was
quiet.
waiting for a picture to disappear.
Man.
I'm gonna be real
So-
honest. I'm listening to Sleep Token right now.
Oh,
Not the music.
wow.
I
How
can't
dare
even hear
you?
the
My immersion. How could you ruin it?
This is my immersion.
It's just his inner background music.
Yeah.
He's sick of us.
If I have to pick music to represent my character, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna listen to it the entire time.
I
So,
get
Wythr
too
is gone.
distracted. Wither's gone. Oh, well, there she goes again.
Whether it's
I
faded
watched
from
her
existence.
leave.
you-
but
I
there's
mean,
no
you
way
watched
she
her
got
leave the
past
door,
you.
but once after
got
she went
past
out the
you.
doorway, that's where it was like, whoop, and she's gone.
100%. Am I like the mom looking out the window while I'm washing the dishes?
I mean, are you?
Like, sure,
Trying to be both now.
I guess.
You don't have to be a single parent if you're both parents.
Yeah. That's how it works. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not really gonna do anything yet.
All right, so Velkorin is doing
Cleaning up the dishes and crap that they left.
the dishes, and I guess you see Toto trying to walk out the front door too while you're doing your dishes.
Wait.
Toto.
Toto's just leaving?
Like Toto's trying to Toto's doing the Kronk sneak right now, trying to sneak out the door.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening outside. It makes sense.
One second. Let me read my skills real quick.
Oh.
Ba-ba-da.
Ensnaring arrow.
Divine smite.
Just shoot Toto down.
Don't smite the baby.
Take the shot.
I do have technically a sort of taser.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
You do, the biggest taser ever.
Why you guys would have heard him?
Why you gotta sneak off?
Toto wants to go play in traffic.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop Toto from leaving. Especially after our conversation the night before.
Yeah.
I will.
I'll walk
cast-
out too.
I would say also for the reference, everybody sees Toto trying to Kronk sneak out the door.
I will just point over to Toto, cast Hunter's Mark, and let Toto pretend that they're being sneaky.
That's way more tame than I thought you were gonna do. I thought you were gonna ensnare her or something.
I'm gonna kill her. Yeah.
No, ensnare,
I
not
have
kill.
to shoot her to do it.
Yeah, well, what
Yeah.
happened last time he tried to ensnare someone?
That's what happened to the assassins.
And it's my first target shot, so that means it does more damage.
Vibra's just gonna walk out. Like, why
Oh
sneak?
yeah, I'm just
There's
hunter's
stuff happening.
marking, which will give me advantage on finding them later.
Oh,
You already
I
had
just-
this marked Toto. I'm walking out.
I just imagine like Toto pressing up against the wall when Vivra walks by, just like, oh.
Yes, just through the doorway.
I would say, as you kind of peek back to see if anybody looks at you, you can see that Velkorin's straight just dead looking at you, but then turns around and goes back to doing the dishes.
This is the best thing that's ever
You have
happened.
the sense of, oh, Mom saw me, oh no, which is actually him using the hunter's mark on you, but... So
Who's
yeah,
dad, mom now?
whatever. I'm saying, for example,
Parental unit.
it's the mom
Like-
glare.
Like
Oh,
cat dog,
I know that glare.
cat dog, but dad mom.
Yeah.
He's both. You guys only have one parent, so he's both.
Akari, what are you doing?
All right, what is Akari doing now?
I think Kari would double check with Velkorin and ask, so when are we leaving to the next destination or town?
Apparently, we're waiting until they are done exploring. I'd like to leave as soon as we could, but honestly, I don't really know what's going on. Wait, would I know what's going on out there?
I don't know.
Does
Have you
that
gone
live here?
outside to look out?
I'm looking out my window.
You know, obviously they're preparing for something. Obviously,
But I wouldn't know if there's like a festival around this time of year.
you would know of a festival, but the festival you know of kind of happens randomly because it's the Korok festival, where essentially the Deku seed it's seeding to give out seeds for the Koroks to give out around the
Pollinating?
essentially.
Mhm.
But it's a tree. It happens randomly. So, but you do know that obviously you would know that it's a very big celebration when they do know it's coming.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Then I'm going to change what I said before. I'm going to retcon my conversation and just say, I'd like to leave immediately, but it appears we're going to have to wait. And to be honest, they need a little bit of fun after everything that they've been through already. So once the festival is over, we'll head out. So most likely tomorrow morning.
Well, okay then. I'll take that time to explore the town more.
And I'm going to hand Akari a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper.
It's really just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper
Oh.
for like if
Is it blank?
they get caught if they get caught anywhere, if you get caught anywhere, this piece of paper will be like they're with me.
It's a letter of introduction. That
Do
was
you-
Yeah,
going
like
for. There you
don't
go.
arrest this person.
Do you tell Akari this verbally?
Yes, I'm like, this is-
Okay.
if you get in trouble, use this. It will only work once.
I just
But
imagine.
since- You don't
Here's
really
your
know
hall
where
pass.
you can and cannot go. This is just a way for you to get, if you get in trouble, show them this. Odds are they will escort you back to me, but I don't really know what you're gonna get up to. And if you could keep an eye on, as like I look out the window and Toto is like sneaking behind people that are too small for Toto to hide behind, like
Yep.
fucking, God, like if you could just keep an eye on Toto, please. Like, just imagine
Please.
Toto like straight up pretending to be a pole behind somebody that's 2.5 feet tall. Like, okay.
The Akari just thinks for a moment. Just, yeah, I can definitely try to keep an eye on everybody.
Not really worried about anybody but Toto, if I'm being blatantly honest with you.
I'm sure they'll be okay. This is your hometown after all, right?
Sure. Yeah. I do live here. That is correct.
Press X to doubt.
Akari slowly backs out of the room, gives the thumbs up, and then hops into the trees.
The guy eating a sandwich backs out through the doorway, thumbs up, and then goes back. I know that gif.
Yeah.
Snapping point.
Right, so everybody's going to wander around town, what it sounds like.
Can I roll perception
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
Sure.
to see what comes from it? Okay, it was a 21.
21. So what are you trying to gather?
A
Or
sense
do
of
you-
where the
or do you-
people's activities, if anything's changing around the town, is like that.
Yeah, with the 21, I'll definitely say you can kind of peer into some of the boxes as people are passing you, and it definitely looks like people are setting up for a festival. Almost all of them are going towards a direction that seems to be deeper into the woods before coming back with nothing in their hands, because obviously that's where they're
Setting
dropping
it up.
things off or getting prepared to go somewhere else. Obviously, with your 21, you definitely have a beat on where Toto has been. Whether or not you were trying to follow them or not, though, that's up to you.
Should keep a loose
I guess
eye.
you would notice that Toto is going over to Prince Redrick's house.
Sure.
Ooh,
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, follow from the trees and see what happens.
those were so many different reactions to that information.
Oh no. Oh,
Cute. Scandalous.
Alright.
Car just high in the trees, scarf over mouth and everything.
Being a
Also
stealth.
relieved to see it does look like a festival being set up and not some type of defense.
Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just hiding, quote unquote, in the tree?
You know, she'll be stealthy for now, so
Alright.
I should probably roll stealth
I
on
will.
that.
Yes.
Where is it? 19.
Nice.
Your brain pretty sneaky. Toto is oblivious to you. So yeah, you're hiding yourself pretty good. You know how to navigate trees with your line of work, so you're pretty good at keeping your presence hidden.
Can I go wander over to the
Yeah, that
this-
line of work.
the stables where the horse is?
Sure.
I'm just gonna go check on the horse and
Mummy.
maybe the carriage too.
Alright, the carriage is fine, obviously.
Cool.
'Cause
Makes
there was nothing wrong with the horse carriage. The
Whore?
carriage. Ah,
The
shut up.
whore?
The horse?
I was about to say horse, but I
You
meant to
get
say
on me for
carriage.
saying I'm gonna fist my own ass, and you let whore go by?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not fisting my ass. I feel like horror is more acceptable thing here.
I don't want to talk to a whore. I just want to see the horse.
All right.
What kind of house is this?
Anyways,
There's just someone leaning
anyways.
against the stable. Hey.
Hey,
Nope.
How
you
you
know
doing?
when Jeffrey the Third is.
Jeffrey the Third.
Roll for
I-
seduction.
Jeffrey the
No,
Third.
I'm
is-
not seducting anyone. Where's the horse?
You have
If you're
natural
gonna say his
seduction.
title, please say his whole title. He's a lord, dear
It's-
sir.
My turn, Velkorin.
You're not naming my horse.
Your
The horse already has a
quotation
name.
marks.
Yes,
Yeah, it already
Jeffrey.
has a name.
Puppy.
It's
Hey,
Jeffrey the
Mumble.
Third.
Hey, Mumble, how you doing, buddy?
No. My horse.
I'm gonna pet the horse's snout. Yeah, you're just a mumbly little guy, aren't you?
To be fair, I am pretty sure I did ask if he named the horse. I'm fairly certain he did say it was Jeffrey. But I'm lazy to actually look back at that, so you guys can call him whatever the fuck
Just-
you want.
Do you really think Vivra was listening when Velkorin
Definitely
talked
not.
about the horse?
Definitely
That
not.
horse
We
is
weren't
the
there.
most
We
posh
weren't there,
horse.
that's right. None of us know the name.
Oh, God.
None of us know it, so
Sure.
It would be engraved on his stable.
you never
Stable.
said that.
I'm adding it
Oh my
now.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They're either way.
Way to be desperate, my guy.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey the horse.
Desperation.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I'm just
Fucking
making
ADHD
sure they're
group
okay real
here.
quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
The horse is the stable master is taking care of the horse. Now that you guys have actually kind of had a moment to realize you just pushed this horse for like 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
He is worn the fuck out, so he's just fucking like, he looks dead, laying on his side sleeping, but he's still
Aw.
breathing at least. But he is fucking out cold.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to check on him, because it's like, yeah, we kind of kept pushing this horse for a while. And she also wanted, so the stable hand's already there, so she's like, are we supposed to pay you for this, or how does this work?
Normally yes, but Frederick told me he'll take care of it, so don't worry about it. While you guys are here, he will take care of your horse.
Alright, well, thank you then, I guess.
He definitely needs his rest. What did you do? Never seen a horse that worn out before. I thought he was dead.
Surely that's not true.
I'm the stable master.
Surely.
What do you think?
I don't know. It sounds like an exaggeration.
Definitely not, but all right, whatever.
Okay, we pushed
Either way.
the horse a little bit. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Yes, he'll be fine, but definitely needs some rest.
Okay. Cool. Bye. I don't want to talk to you anymore, man.
He's just very confused, but goes back to his thing of
I try to be polite.
he's tending to the rest of the horses too.
Yeah. She after that super awkward conversation, she's gonna, leave the stables and wander towards the activities where people are bringing stuff back and forth. You said Frederick was out and about right now or something? Or?
Yeah, he's delegating.
Cool. I mean, I don't know. I'll run into whoever you decide DM, or we'll have someone else do something for a moment.
Are you going back to the center where you were originally?
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna see that Sidon's there, still doing his thing.
Great. Oh, I knew that was coming.
Yes.
He hasn't noticed you yet, so.
Oh, Ooh, he hasn't noticed me. Oh man, what to do?
Stop staring at his ass.
No! She's like, glance, look away. No, she's looking at his back. That's what. Yeah.
The rippling back.
Can I try to gosh. You know what? Let me roll a d20, see if she's gonna be brave enough.
Oh.
And yep, all right. She's gonna try to sneak up on him and poke his side. Just poke.
I guess when you poked his side, it kind of it almost drops the box that he was carrying.
Don't taste me.
She tries to help catch it. She's like, "Well, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. I'm sorry. That was so dumb."
No, yeah, you're fine. I just didn't hear you over there. Good, nice to see you this morning.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess you were distracted. Most people notice me when I come up. I'm not exactly good at hiding.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of suffer the same problem as he towers 4 feet more taller than you.
I thought he was 1 foot taller than me.
How tall are you? I forgot how tall you were.
7'2", aren't I?
He's 10'6".
What am I? Oh gosh.
So he's got like 3 feet on you.
Wow. Or was I 6'8"? I'm mixing up my characters. She's 6'8".
I think you were 6'8". Yeah. So he's got like 3 feet on you.
It is. Yeah, 3 foot and some change. She's like, yeah, sorry. I'm usually not super sneaky. I saw an opportunity and my brain told me to take it, so I did.
Just chuckles and says, "Well, I guess it's good to use an opportunity when you get it." What are you doing this morning?
Right now, nothing. We don't really have a plan for today. We didn't know a festival was happening, so I have a feeling It's just a hunch. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure Velkorin's gonna have us stay for the day.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a festival either. I had woken up getting ready to leave, and Frederick has stopped me and telling me what was going on. Apparently, it's the Korok festival. It doesn't happen very often, and it's quite rare. So he told me to stick around, and since he's about to say something, he's like, "Yeah, never mind, doesn't matter."
Hey,
But yeah,
No, go ahead. No, I'm listening.
I'm trying to stay away from home. After our fight, I think I'm in danger there. not like actual danger, but my best friend will probably be a little mad at me when she finds out I got pretty beat up in our fight.
She? What? You... Wait, so you're avoiding home right now?
Yeah, just for a little bit, until she has time to cool off.
Why would she be mad about... You were just protecting the town.
I know, but she'd be more mad that I didn't bring her with me.
Oh, so you two are like super close, or...
Yeah, she's my best friend. I've known her since she was quite small. In comparison to me, obviously that's different because Zora and Hylian's age different, but I've known her for quite a while.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would love to have you hang out here for a while, though, I mean, probably have to head home eventually, huh?
Eventually, yes, but I think I'll stick around for this festival. It seems like it'll be fun. Hopefully I'll see you around.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're probably gonna... It's not a big village, so, yeah. See you around.
Smiles and goes back to his stuff, moving shit.
Out of character, I'm like losing my mind. Like, this is so awkward. I hate it.
You have a chance.
Yeah, she's like, oh, close?
She doesn't know that! Don't spoil it!
We have a day, guys. We have a day.
X them out to the festival.
Just so you know, I saw all of that.
Yep.
Wythr saw that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Oh no. Oh,
Oh,
man,
no.
whatever am I going to do? Yes, come on, wingman. Anyway, I think that okay, so we don't have to roleplay more of me because we've got 4 other people who have stuff that they're doing today.
I am
But
interested in what Toto's going to do. Also.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, let's go back to Toto for now. What are you doing, Toto?
You see Toto's at Prince Frederick's house and just kind of pressing their face against the window, looking in, like to see if anyone's there.
The room's dark. Doesn't look like anybody's in there as far as you can tell.
Toto falls to the ground, just like defeated.
Zom, do
Yes.
I see Frederick anywhere in the crowd?
Yeah, you would have. If you
Okay,
saw the
because
other two, you would have seen Frederick
I
as well.
can see Toto. I can see everyone right now. So Wythr sees this happening. She's going to approach Toto and like gently tap their shoulder.
I was gonna say, yep.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that hurt my
She-
ears.
She raises her hands up like in surrender, like not it's okay, like I'm not gonna hurt you or anything. She points out towards where Frederick is and like beckons with her hand.
Toto blinks a couple times, then
Where the fuck did you come from?
thank you. I think. I'ma go now.
Wythr nods at you.
Goodbye, and just runs off awkwardly.
And I rolled a natural 20 for stealth again, so she just melts
Jesus
back into the
fucking-
crowd. She's
God.
gone.
Akari witnesses all this from the trees.
Everyone witnessing everyone else, except for Vivra,
Yeah.
who's oblivious.
Yep. say, yeah, Akari, you won't notice up until somebody just happened to walk right in front of her and then whoop, gone. You're like, what the fuck? How did she do that? Oh yeah, I guess like Toto, you're looking for Frederick, it looks like.
Yes.
Alright. You'll go the direction that Wythr had pointed out to you, and you kind of come to the center, and you'll see again, like everybody's moving things around, getting things ready, and you'll see that Frederick is kind of delegating work currently.
Toto twiddles their thumbs and sits there for like a good 10 minutes thinking about whether or not to approach or not, or this is a good time, and just being like a little anxious bean.
Say after about 8 minutes, he notices you're just kind of doing the whole walking back and forth, deciding whether or not, and he just kind of waves to you when you happen to look up.
Okay. And then Toto will just walk up awkwardly to Prince Frederick.
Good morning, Toto. Can I help you with something? Also still kind of moving, but also looking at them.
Good morning. Can I talk to you if you're not too busy
Sure.
with the thingy around here?
Yeah, sure. Can we talk and walk or whatever? What do you need to know? What do you want to talk about?
We can talk and walk.
Sure.
Toto will like twiddle their thumbs again and just look a little sad, but also worried. I don't. Do you? I don't know. Maybe am I a good fit for this thing you sent me on with Mr. Velkorin?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. I wasn't aware he was going to have multiple people coming with you, but I trust Velkorin to keep you safe, and I think it's best for you guys to keep moving. And obviously I know where we found you, so I think it would be good for you to explore the world a little bit, and I don't think anybody else would keep you safer than Velkorin. So.
Okay, I just think I got a harsher taste of reality, because it seems like the people that we have so far, they're kind of mean to me, or they seem very intimidating. And I try to make friends, but I'm not very good at that. But I try, and I'm doing all the wrong things.
Just give them time. Obviously, this is probably your first time really interacting with people that could potentially care about you, I'm assuming. Just give them time. It's something that everybody in the world has to kind of work with. Not everybody's always going to like you, but as long as you can respect other people, they usually will show you the same respect back.
Okay, I know Mr. Velkorin is teach me a lot about that, because I social cues are hard for me.
And the more you're out in the open, the more you'll learn. So just give it time. You're new to this whole huge world, so don't put yourself down. Eventually, you'll get there. You're a very charming person, so don't worry.
No,
The
okay.
gentle head pat.
Toto smiles at this. Oh, can you check this, by the way? And Toto will pull out the Shiekah, and you see there's like a little dagger scratch mark on the screen.
Oh.
I don't know how to get this out. Do you know how to?
Well, he holds his own hand out so you can pass it to him if you like.
Yeah, pass him the Shiekah.
Because he knows this is very important to you. Just kind of looks it over. I don't think it just looks like a bit of a scratch. I don't think it'll harm the device in any means. If you
Well,
want.
yeah. I'm just trying to get the scratch out, though, if I could.
And he's like, you made this, right?
Yes.
I have some material. If you wanted, you could probably change out the shell that's scratched if you wanted to do that.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
So pass the slate back to you and kind of waves over one of his people. They'll come over and he'll just whisper them to bring you something. And he said, later tonight, I'll have them send a box over to Velkorin's place. The material will be there.
Okay, thank you. And Toto will give Prince Frederick like a big hug. I feel so much better after talking to you. Thank you.
Chuckles and, yep, of course. You can always come talk to me if you need to. And gives you the gentle hug back.
Yay. And maybe I should get back to the what's going on exactly? I know it looks like some sort of celebration.
Yeah, the Korok Festival is going on right now. We're preparing for it, so we'll actually be going deeper into the woods. So if you'd like, you can definitely come with. Definitely an experience. I would say.
I would love to. Are we gonna see the Great Deku Tree or something like that? You know, I've already read about it in storybooks.
Yeah, you will. I would say make sure to bring the others with if you do, because there is the path through the forest that you need to go, and that's potentially very dangerous if you're not careful. So make sure you bring the others with you.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what's going on. We're just getting our supplies ready. Most of it's already set up near the tree, but we're just grabbing a few last things for the actual ceremony that's at the end of the night. So
I'm really excited. Will we see Koroks too?
oh, you will see so many. They are everywhere.
I will take so many pictures.
He just laughs at her again, and at this point it's been the kind of like awkwardly long hug, and he's not really holding any more to make it not seem weird, but well, you better be off then. Go gather your crew, and I'll see you tonight then.
Okie dokie, bye! Toto runs off.
Lightest, please go away, ever.
Yep. Yep. He's trying to work.
So cute.
I love it.
All right. You've had Vivra do her awkward flirting with Sidon. Toto has had her conversation.
I think it shifts to like general conversation with him, and then she actually starts kind of trying to help, even though she's very much not nearly as strong as him.
Definitely
it's
not.
like she's
Not even close.
She's taking the smaller boxes and stuff, and she's like, I got these.
That's fair. All right. Akari, you still kind of just hanging out, or?
Yep, lurking and peeking at people as she spots them. Stealth-like.
And Akari would have witnessed all of that, right? Because she's been keeping an eye on Toto.
Yeah.
Say yes, assuming they were watching Toto. Yeah. Oh, hiccup.
That startled me.
I'm sorry. It startles me every time too. Oh. So, yeah.
Velkorin's turn.
I was gonna say, what is Velkorin doing now that he's finally had a moment by himself
Yeah.
Oh
for
my
over
gosh.
like 2 weeks?
Dad finally gets a break.
Well, Pippin's still there, but
Oh.
I guess if he wants to be there, Pippin will still be there. Otherwise, Pippin's doing his.
Pippin can be doing his own thing.
All right, you are by yourself. What are you doing?
We're already back to me.
Yes,
What do you mean
I've
already?
gone through everybody. You're the last one.
Damn. I will be spending my time away from after everybody is left. I would close all the windows, like curtains and all that kind of crap. Close the door, lock the door, and then go into my little hidey hole room.
Okay.
And then just spend the time in there sending out numerous letters, which I will type up and send to you after stream, because of what you sent me previous that I now know.
Yep.
I am now taking what I do seriously right now.
Man, it's almost
So
like you should do that.
well, it's like, okay, so instead of they're fine right now, which means I can focus on what I should be focusing on. Super cryptic stuff, guys. You're welcome. That is what I am going to be doing until there's either a knock at my door or it's late enough that I know that they'll be going to the deco tree.
Yeah. So.
And I am taking my armor off, and I'm going to take a bath, and I'm going to fucking clean myself, because my mask hasn't been off my face for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In like a week and a half.
You need to get yourself a prestidigitation ring.
Yeah, I really do. Like, it's...
Yeah.
like, it needs to be changed out. That mask is probably just horrid right now. Like, sleeping in it, and fucking...
Just stick some flowers in it like the other one.
That's what I'm clean. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll clean out my mask and my armor and that kind of stuff as well, and then pretty much just take this time for
You're doing your maintenance.
Yes, I'm doing my maintenance. I'm doing my notes and my
things.
letters
Your
and
things
my
and stuff.
my stuff and things. So really, like you guys, it's all this whole episode is just you guys.
Sure.
I'm in the background today.
Man.
Who's gonna chaperone us at the festival?
Man.
Be at the festival, but he's giving us the day. Look at us having freedom to do stuff. This is gonna be a disaster.
Oh god.
We all get lost.
He's gonna come into the he's gonna come back to the deco tree and it's just on fire and he's like, I was
literally
gone for 5 minutes.
Worst
it's been 5 hours, Velkorin. I was thinking about that one scene in Community where the guy walks in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Velkorin's doing his thing.
So far, it's been good though. We've had Vivra talking to Sidon, Toto talking to Frederick. We haven't fully screwed that up yet.
Nope.
And Akari's stalking everyone while Wythr fades in and out.
I was gonna say, and the last thing is, I guess, what is Wythr doing besides being a cloud that disappears into the night?
Wythr is wandering through the crowd and keeping an eye on the festival and everything. She's trying to learn about what's going on through eavesdropping on other people talking about it and stuff, which is why she's heard and seen the entire situation with Vivra and Sidon, and also like Akari in the trees and Toto trying to look for Frederick and talking to Frederick. So she's been wandering around, keeping an eye on things, trying to figure out more about the festival.
Okay. And just for continuity's sake, I forgot to say it. I will just say that Frederick had told Toto to gather everybody within about an hour or so towards the deeper end of the forest. That's when they'll
and
go as a group.
Wythr would be aware of that then.
Sure.
So
it's like midday right now, right?
It's still pretty early in the morning. I mean, you guys have been you've been helping. It's like 10 a.m. or so. You've been helping get the last few preparations, but
yeah, I'd also have my umbrella out then because sunlight is evil.
Yep, understand. I mean, for the most part, the trees have been helping you out because there's a lot of trees here, but you would still want to have the umbrella.
Yeah, so I can hold even less because I'm holding my umbrella.
Yes. You can barely hold the umbrella.
I have a hand.
You have a hand that can be held. There.
Wait.
Wait.
Man, how'd you read my mind?
Sidon has two hands.
Is Wythr one gonna walk up and shove their hands together? Like, there you go.
Not
just
right
out
now.
of nowhere.
Not
Good,
yet.
thank you, because I don't think I
No
can handle
keys.
that. I don't...
But Wythr did overhear Frederick's instructions to gather people. So since Wythr kind of has the best understanding of where everyone is right now, and Akari's also stealthing, Wythr's gonna go try and climb the trees to get up to where Akari is. So acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics? want to build that
Acrobatics
thing.
is better for me.
What is?
Oh god, I'm actually rolling good for once.
Yeah, we're not rolling for combat. Of course.
That's 23.
Amazing.
Yeah, all of a sudden just whoop 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 up in the tree.
Suddenly, Wythr is right beside you, Akari. Out of nowhere.
What the fuck?
You would think it would phase her, but in this case,
Not anymore.
Wythr nods at her, then points down towards the festival. She points out Frederick and Toto and Vivra. Well, I guess Akari might have also heard and also has observance, so could have read lips to see Frederick
Eavesdropping
telling
and
us to
stuff, yeah.
gather. So she might already know. So Wythr just points them out and beckons with a hand gesture.
Akari gives a thumbs up and just mentions, "Go ahead and gather them all. Let Velkorin know."
Do you want me to get murdered?
Jump scare all of them.
Do you want me to get murdered?
How are you gonna get murdered?
If I disturb Velkorin right now?
I said, Akari said she'll go tell
Go
Velkorin.
get him
Oh,
last.
okay. So
Yeah, you
you're
said you
the
get
murderer.
everybody. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Akari can die. That's fine. Is what Wythr is saying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Wythr nods and hops back down.
Like, you
from
want
the
me to get
treetops.
murdered? What do you mean? Like,
This is like when your dad works overnights and he literally is like, if you wake me up, I will kill you. And
Yeah,
everybody's
I
just
thought you were telling
afraid.
me to go in there. I was like, oh hell no. Wythr hops down from the trees and she'll go find Vivra.
Akari has no reason to think about any fear with anything there right now.
Nope.
And Wythr's no longer stealthing, so she doesn't sneak up on you or anything. You could probably see her like stepping over.
I mean, everything in this area is green and you're brown. So yes.
Yeah. The dirt is brown.
You have a red mask.
Flowers are red.
You have a red mask with a chest piece that has red writing on it. I think you'll be found pretty quickly.
So Wythr kind of like jogs up to Vivra.
All right.
And-
Yeah, she's just been kind of semi-helping, I guess, following. She doesn't have much else to do, so she's like, I don't know what to do with myself, and this guy actually is, kind of nice, I guess.
The irony that you could probably help better as a wolf.
Oh, true. But she doesn't
But-
want to waste it. She's
yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to wait for the perfect moment to be a wolf right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
just a
You
person.
can only do it one more time a day.
Yep.
And that's how you stay single for the rest of your life.
Stop it.
Damn.
Why do you have to be like that? Yeah, she's been single for a few years. What of it?
Jeez.
I'm waiting for that perfect moment.
What if that?
She's finding herself.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So,
So
Wythr,
you-
since she's
Wythr
so
shows up.
short, she kind of like waves her arm in the air slightly to get both of your attention, mostly Vivra's.
Oh, both. Okay, yeah. Vivra kind of it looks just like, oh, hi. What's up? What you doing?
Wythr steps up on her tippy toes to look over the crowd and points out Toto and Akari to Vivra.
Vivra follows her finger and looks back. And is like, what? What about them? Are they in trouble right now? Do I? Ugh,
She
what's
shakes
going
her
on?
head. She shakes her head.
Oh,
Gather.
thank goodness.
Panic.
Yeah, she's like, what is happening? Gather?
Yeah. she
Gather
nods.
where?
She kind of thinks for a sec, puts her finger on her chin and shakes her head and puts her hands up like she doesn't know where. Gather. She says.
Well, if you don't know, then this information isn't really that helpful to me right
Wythr reaches
Yeah,
out.
at this point, Sidon kind of interrupts you and is like, oh, I'm guessing she wants you guys to gather at the meeting point. And
now.
you'll-
Meeting point. That's not what, the house?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
He just laughs. We need to meet up towards the deeper end of the forest because we need to go. The festival itself is at the Great Deku Tree, so we'll need
Oh.
to travel through the Lost Woods. But obviously, the namesake speaks for itself. We try to travel as a group as much as possible because it's the Lost Woods. So more than likely, we're getting ready to leave. So I'm assuming she wants you guys to gather at that place.
Well, I mean, if pretty much everyone else is heading there, I can just go as long as I'm with other people so I don't get lost and just meet you guys there. She says to Wythr.
Say at this point, he's not. He just shrugs
Yeah.
and goes whatever and goes back to work.
Yeah.
Wythr nods, and also as like when Sidon starts speaking, she gives like a very shallow bow, very casual. Nods at Vivra.
Yeah. I planned on heading to wherever the festival was, probably, so I'll just, see you guys there, I guess.
Wythr nods, and she'll dart off to find someone else too.
Akari will flip out of the trees and land into Velkorin's household entrance.
Roll a deck save.
Deck save.
It's because I'm a smartass. Do it. See if you trip and fall on your face.
Could that be acrobatics or something?
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Fine, I'll be specific.
I mean, your deck save is probably
27.
Yeah. All right, 27. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, 10-point landing. Whoosh. Perfect. Perfect 10-point
10
landing.
point.
Superhero landing, baby.
Like
The car will
gymnastics
walk in.
10-point landing. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Akari will walk in and see if she sees Velkorin anywhere in the household.
The door's locked.
Oh,
You're in
Oh, yeah.
The
your
whole
back
house is
room.
locked up.
Oh, okay, you
These
locked
tools.
everything. Okay.
Yep, and
Okay.
I stated I locked everything up.
Okay.
yeah. I thought you were like in the other room and
Yeah, I
locked
thought
in
you
there,
were
so
just
she would
talking
see
about
No,
your
nothing.
I locked
Okay.
up the entire house.
All right, everything's locked up.
Okay, she checks the door then. It feels it's locked.
It's locked.
Now, what if I wanted to lock?
I mean, if you want to try to lockpick it, go for it.
What does that even fall
This-
under?
This
Hypothetically.
sign can't
That would
stop me.
you'd
'cause
have
I
to
can't
use.
read.
Well, I should say
Dexterity.
if you have thieves
It's
tools.
Dex. It's Dex plus proficiency if you are proficient in thieves' tools.
Yeah.
I do
If
have
not, it's
I-
just dexterity, I believe.
I do have thieves tool and then proficient in them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's dexterity, roll dexterity, and then proficiency bonus.
Proficient. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, first she'll knock
Okay.
to be polite.
That's nice.
That's probably the better idea because I don't know if he would have
The
trapped
door's
it or not.
probably trapped.
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
with this crew.
It's a party member. It's a party member house, so she'll knock.
Do you hear the knock?
Yeah, I would hear the knock. I would come out of my little hidey hole, my little
She
room.
continues knocking.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I will put my I'm gonna have to have
Nice.
my mask on when I come out of the room, so I'm gonna put my mask on.
The knocking continues until the door is
I
answered.
will come to the door in just casual clothes and my mask on,
Oh, there you go.
and I will unlock the door and I will let you in.
She walks into the house and mentions to Velkorin that Frederick wants everybody to meet at the forest festival thing.
Deeper in the woods.
Yeah. Trees.
All right, give me a moment. And he's gonna turn around and he's gonna go into his room and start putting on his armor that's probably still wet from being washed.
Well, I
Say-
mean, you don't have
Okay.
to fight at a festival, do you?
I was gonna say for the reference, just of like time wise between when everybody left to do the thing and now, it's probably been about. You would have woken up at like 6:30 because that's when the sun came up. So as of now, it's about 10:30. So it's been about 4 hours. You've done all the things. So I don't know how much you want to do within that 4 hours.
Just my
Besides your
my secret shit. No, I'd probably be done by now. Like, it's not something that I would be pretty proficient at doing this, so it'd be more so that I was enjoying not being in my armor. and not having a mask on.
I was gonna say you probably have a more casual version of it when you're in town.
Yeah, just wear casual
Yeah.
clothes.
I will wear. No, because I know you're gonna be like, if we get in combat, you're gonna be like, you're wearing casual clothes.
Me, I would put you in combat when you're not wearing your clothes. Never.
Damn.
The woods are safe. There's
Just
definitely
say
not
that
gonna be
we're
combat.
I will equip armor and go out.
All right.
Maybe just less fur. The summer version.
For the theatrics, we'll say you're wearing a lighter version of your armor.
That sounds good to me.
It doesn't have as many armor pieces, but it's still equivalent of what your
Say
armor
protection.
would be. It's not as heavy, and your other armor is being clean. So I'm gonna assume you probably have more than one set of armor at your house.
True.
Yeah. Well, I would have my black armor,
True.
which would probably be thinner than what I'm currently wearing
Yeah. Probably.
for what it's designed for.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess I would wear that, which my mask would stick out like a sore thumb on the black armor.
Yep. That's.
Just put
If
on
you're-
like
I have the black fox mask.
You do?
one of those like festival fox masks instead.
There you go.
Yeah.
The kitsune man.
If ready to travel, Akari will be travel with you to meeting spot.
Okay. Assume that means everybody's gonna meet up at the checkpoint, quote unquote.
Are we all going through the Lost Forest in different groups?
You wouldn't have known, but I guess Sidon would have explained that everybody's going as a group because it's the
Oh, it's just one
Specific-
big group.
yes, it needs to be one big group. If you don't
Oh.
go, then you're not going. So
Well, that works out.
because of how the Lost Woods will work, yes, which I'll get into a bit. Yeah. So yeah, after about half hour or so of everybody just gathering the rest of their supplies, all you guys would meet up where you're starting to get a little further into the woods at this point, and you can kind of see that it's starting to get darker just because of how thick the trees and such are. But
Wythr was going to catch up with Toto again to gather Toto herself. Just saying.
okay.
You see that Toto ended up vibing with the Kokiri kids,
It works out.
just dancing.
All right. But yeah, so everybody's kind of gathering up, and then at this point, you do see Frederick kind of in the lead of the group, and like you can see, like where there's kind of almost a threshold of where it's still kind of daylight to where he's standing, and it's fairly dark, and to the point where he's actually holding a torch because of how thick the trees seem. And he'll speak up that if everybody is ready to go, we'll meet up with the Guardian and he'll lead us through the rest of the way. Again, I need to preface this. Stay with the group. Unless you have the blessing of the tree, you will get lost. And if you lose us, we won't be able to find you. Stay with the group. That is the most important part about this.
Hold up.
What?
1 second. Am I invisible in here?
I would say it's still dim light.
Okay.
And also,
I'm
his,
like, oh,
his
no.
torch would give
Stay
off.
with your chaperone. Chaperone disappears.
Yeah.
You better hold somebody's hand.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
It's still dim light as of where he's at, and then because of his torch, it would create the rest of the dim light up to where you're at. But yeah, so he's kind of just emphasizing that stay with the group. Don't get lost because you probably won't get found. It's extremely. He is emphasizing that do not wander off because
Hardcore festival.
Like, it's because this is the Lost Woods. That's the whole point. And obviously, Velkorin, you would know why he's emphasizing this because you kind of know how it works. But yeah,
with
Makes
stealths
sense that
away.
they.
I'm
Akari,
joking.
Wow.
Akari does something similar to how you do like with a
Toto
camp.
takes a picture.
Toto takes a
I'm
picture.
kidding.
Oh, okay.
Akari does the
Take a
whole thing
picture.
like, you know, if you do a campfire and try to do that horror story, just like you heard him, don't get separated or else you'll get lost in the forest of eternal darkness
Pretty much.
or something like that.
Oh.
Everybody hold hands.
Basically, but you don't have to.
I have no hands.
have no hands. So yeah, as long as everybody is ready, he's going to kind of wait till everybody's looks like they're ready to go, and we're going to get into the Lost Woods here. Switch over the music. I did a thing for specific. Repeat, and then got fancy stuff. New scenery pictures. Okay, and then so like I said, everybody is gathered, staying close. And Frederick starts to lead everybody into the forest, and as you kind of get into the thicker part of the forest, it almost is like the light goes away, but there's still kind of just this very eerie greenish blue glow to the like everything around you. It's bright enough to where you can kind of see, but it's just very, very mysterious. There's also just this very thick, dense fog. Like anywhere you're looking, after about 15 to 20 feet, it's just this dense, thick fog, and there's just trees everywhere covered in this area. As senior sideshow, yeah, exactly. As Frederick is leading the way right now, you see that he's kind of also following these torches that are set up, that are lit currently, and he's following these torches in almost a very specific route. Just like I said, everywhere. Thick trees everywhere, and you can even see almost like it almost looks like these trees have creepy faces every time you kind of glance and look at them. And it's just a very, very creepy place. And just in general, even any of you who are Velkorin knows why, but I'll get into it later. But any type of attempt for you to try to figure out like, oh, we've been walking for this many feet, we've been going this direction, you can't seem to get a sense of direction at all while you're in here. Like, even if it feels
Insight
like
check the forest.
insight check the forest, I suppose. Go ahead.
Perception check the forest.
Nature check the forest.
All right.
I was joking, but I'm
Well,
gonna go with it.
one of you at a time, please.
18
Okay.
insight check. She just wants to know, like, is this an evil place?
Uh.
Or is this just how it is?
This is just how it is. There's no sense of evil here. But you can definitely give what did everybody roll? In like what skill are you all doing? So I can differentiate.
I thought you said one at a time. I hadn't rolled yet.
I know.
I was gonna do nature.
I'm just saying
to figure out the
which skill
trees.
did each one of you roll? She
Perception.
did insight.
I'm gonna
you did
do
perception,
nature
you're
on the
doing nature.
trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Wythr again. Like I said, you don't get the sense that this is evil, but even with your 18, you're like, you can't seem to get an exact position. Like, as far as you guys know, you've been walking straight or you've been turning, but you just cannot get a sense of where you are within the forest.
There is really interested by this, but also a bit anxious about it.
Okay. Whichever one of you want to go next.
Do you
Got
want to go, Akari? Go ahead.
Yeah, just got an 11. She'll just mostly make sure it's like not. Does it seem like try to see if there's anything like around or any danger, but probably not going to see much with that roll.
Yep. As far as you know, everybody's safe. I mean, the best is you can notice that is everybody is staying very close to each other. Anybody who's towards the outer ends of the group is either holding on to somebody's hand or holding on to their shoulder, or even might be a couple people where they're hanging onto a rope attached to somebody. But everybody is making it very obvious that we're all
Stay together.
staying together, like the
We're
people
all
that
in this
know what this is.
together.
And then Vivra, you are last.
Right, so I'm rolling nature. I got a dirty 20, and I'm not so much focusing on the direction and whatnot. I assume since she's been to the village before, she knows about the Lost Forest in a sense.
You would know about
But-
it, but you haven't been.
Yeah, but now that she's in it, she's like focusing not so much on the path, but the trees within the path and the nature that's around them and at their feet and everything.
Dirty 20. I will say, with that, the trees themselves almost look alive. And again, when I say like some of them look like they have creepy faces, a couple of them, when you look at them, you could almost think that actually a real face. This place just feels very filled with like magic, essentially. There's some kind of magic you can feel based on like just what you're seeing and what's going on. This place just feels like it's filled with some kind of magic.
Since I know it feels like it's filled with magic, any chance I can roll an Arcana to try to learn more about it?
Sure.
All right, let's see what I get here. Oh, I can't. Okay. Not so much. That's just where's my Arcana? 10.
10.
Yeah, so just it's not a bad roll. It's just
no.
average.
I would say you definitely, based on your nature roll going into this roll, it kind of clicks in your head like, yeah, this is definitely magical. Like, this isn't something that's just naturally happening within the forest. Something is causing this kind of forced disorientation when you're here. That's about all you'll get from that.
Interesting.
Wythr takes the silent princess flower that Vivra gave her out of her satchel
Which
and
is
tucks
now
it.
glowing.
Yes, and tucks it into her hood behind her ear because it's glowing a bit in the dark.
Hey, I guess it's a good thing I grabbed that, huh?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, she kind of mentions it. Like, she doesn't need it because she's got superior dark vision, but she's like,
She puts her hand on her heart and nods at you.
cool, okay. Yep. She doesn't have anything to say that. She's like, why is she gotta be like that?
Be like what?
Just putting your hand over your heart. I get the gesture. It's fine. You're welcome. Well, that's that whole interaction. What happens next?
Wythr is confused by Vivra's confusion. Continues on.
It hurt itself and it's
Everybody's all
Yes.
confused. But yeah, so like I said, everything about this place is very much anti knowing where you are unless you know what's going on. I would say after a few more steps into the woods, you finally come up to a bit of a clearing. There's 2 torches on the side, and then there's just this massive tree stump that looks like it's been tipped over. And then in the front of it, there's just it looks like the top end of a stump, essentially. And that's kind of where not Velkorin. This is where Frederick stops and kind of looks around, making sure everybody is here, double checking that we're all good still. At this point, he gets closer up to this front of the stump, and then as he kind of approaches, all of a sudden you guys can see this kind of green crack start to form down the center of the stump, and it pulls open and starts to actually shrink. Realizing that the top of the stump was basically just covering up a hole, and as it kind of shrinks back down to normal size, you see a humanoid-looking figure standing in front of you that looks very you almost would have thought he's a Korok, but something's different about him. He's not a Korok because he's too human looking. And you'll see that essentially when the crack formed, it split, and then on both of his sides you can see two massive like shields is what they look like now that you kind of look at them better. So this figure is standing there with these massive, full, almost tower shields on each side of his arm, and then just kind of give a better look of what he looks like. Like I said, it's very similar skin-wise, looking like a Korok, but he's kind of a dryad would be very much what he looks like. His eyes are glowing almost an emerald green, and then in the center of his chest you can see a bit of a cracked opening that also has that same green that it's slowly pulsing like a heartbeat.
Insight on this
Love
guy? Can I get an insight on the
Sure.
guy? Yeah. He just appeared and come back here, dice. Oh, what is it's 14.
14. You do not get any sense of hostility coming off of the person. Even looking at Frederick, you can kind of get between the two of them. You see Frederick is also not reacting as if this is a hostile entity. You actually also see that Frederick gives a slight bow to this humanoid that's standing in front of you.
Good to know.
Anybody else want to do something?
But there's
just-
definitely
I
fascinated
know you
by
guys.
it. But
Everybody started talking at once, so I was assuming.
but stays to herself.
Kari just observes for now.
Okay. And then why do I keep thinking that Freddy is Velkorin? Whatever. Velkorin, you know who this is. This is the Guardian, the Forest Guardian. Like I said, Frederick has bowed slightly to the Guardian as it also bows back and nods. Just kind of turns around and starts to walk. And that's when Freddy is now following the Guardian, waving off everybody to follow as well. You kind of go into this large, massive tree. And again, it kind of, after a while, like maybe 5 minutes of traveling through essentially this entire large, massive body of a tree, it opens up again. And it's still that very creepy, eerie looking forest, but slowly the like fog is starting to dissipate as you guys are getting closer to where you need to go, up to a point where now that you're starting to get where you're at, the forest starts to clear open again. And once you kind of come to this opening, you see just tons and tons of Koroks are all watching you guys as you come in. And now that you are out of the Lost Woods at this point, and it is back to normal-ish sunlight, but it's still very thick and dense here, so most of the light you get from the area is whatever light is essentially peeking through the leaves. So it's still very well lit, but it's still very, like, you are very obviously in a very dense forest right now. Obviously, right in the center of it all, you see this giant doesn't even describe how big this tree is. And on the very middle of it, it has a large face, obviously. And then all around you guys can kind of see that there are lots of lights strung up. You can see almost, it looks like there's just tons of fairies similar to Pippin, all flying around, doing their own thing. There's Kokiri there playing with each other or playing with the Koroks. You see a few of the Skull Kids even, and some of the Deku Scrubs. Everybody's having a good time, essentially, just looking around in this very, very thick, dense forest. But everything is all kind of set up to look similar, like a celebration here.
Wythr looks a little less anxious than before now that they've arrived. And like on the way over, she's been keeping kind of a mental count of all the party members to make sure nobody had disappeared or anything.
As long as nobody told me they wandered off, everybody should still be there.
Oh, yeah, did I forget to mention that I left a while ago? No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
you're dead now.
I'm dead. Nope.
Hello,
RIP, time to rip
character.
up my character sheet. No. Once they get to the lighter area, though, Vivra is sort of like looking up and around and everything.
Mhm.
And her normal sort of, I mean, throughout most of today, her disposition has been, her disposition has been lighter, but now it's just sort of like almost a look of wonder actually graces her face as she's looking around at this place that she's heard of before, but never been able to visit until now.
To give a little context, this is something that Velkorin would know, but the Deku tree itself is the one that's causing the magic of the forest. It's how the Deku tree protects the forest, because unless you have the blessing of the Deku tree or have a guide, you will get lost in the wood. So,
With my previous, like, I previously did an insight check on kind of the vibes of the Lost Woods with an 18. Would I now be able to kind of put 2 and 2 together and get the same feeling from the tree and like connect those
essentially,
dots?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got the dirty 20 on the nature of the trees.
Yep. And then
Nice.
I guess now for you, this kind of connects the dots where, oh, this is a living forest. Those trees that you thought might have been like living entities probably were. They were just more likely extensions of this massive Deku tree.
Although there's like the bottom half of her face is covered by magical darkness, those who have like the super high passive perception and stuff can tell that there's just like a little bit of a smile.
Now, what would you consider a super high passive perception?
You
All
guys
of you
with
with observant.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
higher than a
Everyone
19.
but Vivra.
Anything above 20.
Okay.
At our
Double checking.
Yeah.
So basically, everyone else is like, "Oh, Wither's happy," and Vivra's like, whatever."
This girl's always grumpy.
Wait,
Always frowning.
Does
Look
Toto
at all
have
these
observant as
trees.
well?
Toto does not.
I have eyes of the rune keeper.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So
We're not alone.
at this point, now that everybody's kind of come through the clearing, the few people that were, everybody's kind of going off at this point, getting ready to set up the evening celebration. You can see kind of just even throughout the distance, there are different, in a way, almost like stalls, but not really stalls, that are set up with signs in front of them, kind of telling you what's going on and such. So it's kind of Frederick kind of looks at everybody and says, "You're safe here. Do not leave this area. As long as you stay here, you'll be fine. The Guardian will be around, but for the most part, stay where we are here, and you'll be fine. As far as that, enjoy the celebration and have your fun." He'll kind of go off closer to the Deku tree. He's gonna have his own discussion with that.
Wither excitedly looks back at the rest of the group, just gauging all of their reactions and seeing what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Vivra looks visibly excited right now.
Akari is going to take note of the different stands and stalls around.
Yeah, okay, so there's a few different stalls kind of all around. There's a few shopping stalls that are just kind of these Koroks who are selling wooden trinkets and such. There's a few different Kokiris that seem to be selling clothes or other it's a lot of trinkets and stuff, handmade stuff that the people are the ones that are selling. There's also a couple different stalls that are kind of almost like essentially little games that people can do. There's you see one that says, "Oh, hit 3 targets, you'll win a prize." A different one, you'll step up and be judged by the theater and potentially win.
theater.
I know. I don't know why I emphasized that, but whatever.
No, I mean, like,
The
why is the theater judging me?
Because it is. It's the theater.
Ah.
Step up to be judged, and we will judge your face. Another.
What?
Shut up.
Oh, mean.
Don't worry about it.
Step up so we can
Good luck
judge
judging
you.
my face. You can't
Shush.
see it.
Another one.
There's a boost that's just roasting people.
Another a little bit further into the distance, you see 2 skull kids that are playing. One is playing a flute, another is playing an ocarina, and they have a sign in front of them. You can't really see what the sign says because you're too far away at this point, but those are kind of a couple things you see. Even further behind, almost near the Deku tree, you can see it looks, well, obviously there's Koroks everywhere. There's a couple Koroks that look like they're setting up for some kind of event that'll happen later on. And then, of course, obviously in front of you, see the massive Deku tree. And in front of him, you actually see that there's this, it's a pedestal that's holding a wooden blade in front of it, in front of the tree. That also has a sign next to it that you can't read because you're too far away. But, so, that's kind of what you guys can see, so.
I'll check out the kid with the ocarina.
The ocarina.
Yeah.
The Skull Kids.
The Skull Kid.
Yeah.
Here we
That's where I'll go
All right,
first.
got my thing looped. All right. Okay, since Vivra took the initiative, we'll start with Vivra. As you get closer to the Skull Kids, you can hear that they're playing music, obviously, right now. And then in front of them, they have their sign that says, "If you can match our tune, we'll reward you with something."
Yes, that's what I was hoping it was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Vivra's gonna reach into her bag and pull out her own ocarina, which she has not shown the party yet.
Wythr's ears like perk up in excitement, and she's watching very closely.
And she's like, "I'll play your game."
And as you step up, one of the Skull Kids will stop playing and hop down. And it's this kind of like, "Oh, I haven't seen one of you. You're huge. 2, this is, what are you?" They've never seen a Twili before, so they're very confused.
Rude.
I'm sorry.
What am I?
What are you?
Well, they're just kids, right? Or they look like kids. Or
They
something?
look, it's kind of a mixture of what a Korok would look like and a, just a child. But here, I'll find
Okay.
I'll find a
Just
picture
like,
real quick.
what are you? And so she holds up her ocarina. And she's like, "Are we here to ask questions or to play?" And like she says it in a way that's like teasing, almost like, "Come on."
Like, wow, that's give me a drawing picture, artwork. There we go. That's what
A drawing picture.
I'm sorry.
Oh, like that.
I'm giving you guys a picture so you can know what they look like.
Cool.
DM, I sent you a thingy.
Sent me a thing. All right, give me 1 second.
Toto
Edge.
sneaks off into the lost
I'm
woods.
sorry.
Oh no.
No!
I didn't think about.
I rolled my performance check, so I'm just waiting now. I was like, preemptive roll.
All right, if you can see the guys on the page right now,
Oh, look at the little guy.
that is what they
Adorable.
look like. Close this to give you guys a better picture. Make it fake. That blinded me. But yeah, so that's what the little Skull Kids look like. Like I said, one of them has an ocarina and one of them is playing a flute. And
Cool.
we'll go back to the picture. Go away. Boop. But yeah, okay. He kind of they laugh at you when you speak so bluntly to them. They're like, "Yep, you're not wrong. All right, well, if you think you can handle it, we'll get started." Stuff, and I have stuff set up for this. All right, so they start to play their music, and it's the first one. Seems like it's a fairly simple tune, but yes, I'll like have you do a performance check to see if you can follow along with the tune.
Can
Pretty
Withers,
sure. Ooh, what? Go ahead.
can Withers like enthusiasm give her an assisted advantage?
Do you want to give me a helping? I mean,
will say sure.
really?
Wither
Okay.
is
Well,
like really just leaning in, like sitting on a log nearby, leaning in excitedly.
it'll be hard to beat what I already rolled, so let's see if I do. Nope, but that's fine because so she is proficient. So with my roll and my performance, that's a 22.
Bam. All right. Yeah, you easily follow the tune. And after you've played your first piece, they go, all right, you're not a beginner. That's good. Let's see if you can follow this one. And then they start again, and it almost is a little more intricate. There's a few more different pitches and such. It's still not too hard yet, but I'll have you make
DC
a
has
second
raised
DC.
slightly. Okay, and I assume Wither's still helping me?
I mean,
Well,
she's extra enthusiastic now because you rolled
extra
really well, so
enthusiastic.
she's like,
Okay.
holy crap.
Sure.
I needed that advantage.
let her
so
help
that
again.
One, so that one's gonna be a dirty 20. So
Dirty 20.
yeah.
Are
Still
good.
going
Again,
strong.
you're doing pretty well. You're so like, even though
Wither
you have
is
never heard this
silently
song
clapping.
before, you are
Yeah.
able to pick up the different pitches and such.
Yeah, she plays her
And-
ocarina all the time before she joined a group.
Yep. And you follow along very easily. They're like, ooh, now this is now when the Skull Kids themselves, both of them are getting excited now. They're like, ooh, we haven't had someone this good in a long time. Let's have you try this. And now at
Oh,
this
boy.
point, they are playing a very intricate different one, and it's almost like each one is going back and forth between each other. And it's like
Interesting.
this one of the flute will lead into the ocarina's tune and then back and forth, and it almost feels like it's just
Ooh.
one instrument that's playing. And now
You kids
you
got
can
skills.
make your final check, see if you can continue the tune
Come on, buddy.
as well.
Come on.
And
I want to be so
I will say Wythr can help on this final check.
Yes, thank goodness.
She's
I want to be
bouncing
so
along with the
impressive.
music and like silently
Yes.
clapping her hands together.
It's another dirty 20.
You barely got it. You needed a 19.
Yes. I was
Alright.
like, this DC is slowly raising. I know it is.
It is. It went from a 10 to a 14 to a 19.
Yes.
Oh,
Wythr.
I lied. That was the wrong one. But either way, you still did it. It was 10,
still did
14,
it.
17.
Vivra's like, Wythr, I tolerate you now.
I mean, right now she's like, I don't know how, but this encouragement is helping me. Maybe it's because she normally like plays on her own and whatever.
Maybe.
And now
I don't
she's
know.
got someone.
Either way, yeah, you pretty much flawlessly tune in to their tune as they are adding to their own tune, and kind of even you've gathered a crowd at this point because everybody's like, wow, they've never seen somebody else do this. And then after you guys have finished your tune, the Skull Kids bow to the crowd that has now formed, and they're like,
Vivra got so into it, like her eyes were closed as she was focusing, and then she opens as like she hears the clapping and stuff, and she slowly turns around and she's like, ah. And she kind of bows
realize
too
she
as
has
well.
a crowd now.
Yeah, she's like, but she's like, she's got a smile on her face. She's bad at hiding her emotions, so just like, yeah, that
Aww.
wow, sure.
And they are very, like I said, the Dekus are like, wow, we've never had you know. It's almost like you've learned the tunes yourselves already. This is amazing. But yes, he pulls out of his pocket. He's like, well, I see you already kind of have one, but this one is probably a little more special to you. And he hands you the fairy ocarina. And this is it is a hand-carved ocarina used from the deck. What you're assuming is wood from the Deku tree. It's just a.
So I'm adding it right now. So fairy.
There's an item for it. I'll give it to you later on.
You're adding it? Okay.
Yep,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
because there is a.
And I'll just write it down or something.
There is an actual item for it, so I will add that to your here. And there it is. Alright. It should be in your backpack so you can read the extra shit for it. But like I said, they said there's a bit of the forest magic within this, so be careful with it. It is very valuable. Hands it over to you, and it's this very small, this sweet potato fairy ocarina, and you can see kind of at the top where the mouthpiece would be, there's a small green gem, and then that's basically what it is. The fairy ocarina just for you.
Wither
my gosh.
claps audibly
Succeeded
now.
the challenge.
She's like
you.
so excited. She's trying to contain herself right now, but she's like looking at it like,
Also,
wow.
just to interrupt for 1 second, can you check on the music? I think it stopped.
It in. Music box lied. Said you were repeating infinitely. Me just get out of here, Mr. Bot. Fine. Don't be sad you did this. That. Bring it back. Good music.
I hear it.
Here it. Perfect. We got it. Looping infinitely. Alright. Let's see if it goes this time. Alright. So now that we have Vivra.
Is Vivra humming in character or just you?
Oh, that was the ocarina.
Okay, then Wither's kind of like tilting her head back and forth, like swaying back and forth with the tune, and she's looking around at the rest of the festivities and stuff.
What I was humming is actually a song that I wrote myself for the ocarina that I have not
Aw.
shared with you guys yet.
Ooh.
I want to hear it sometime.
I'm trying to send it to the server and it's not working.
What the hell? Oh. And then the Skull Kids are going back and kind of doing their own thing again. They're dancing and playing their waiting for the next chapter, essentially. So yeah. What else would you guys like to do? They have a couple different options.
Akari would want to try that. What was it? Hit a target 3 times on a prize.
Sure. One here. Sorry, I gotta double check something.
Is that one archery or is it just throwing stuff?
The intent is archery, but it's a
I
target.
would like to do it as well.
All right.
Are there prizes for these events?
Yes.
I may or may not have been paying attention this entire
Yeah.
time.
Vivra just got a prize.
I'm being nice and I'm giving you guys your goddamn summer festival episode. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
You should have what do you tell everybody social links are higher.
The irony that I'm gonna laugh when people do the things that I had planned for their character versus not doing other things I had planned for her. I can't talk anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I was trying to
Plan
say.
For one character, but not your own.
Yep.
I'm gonna assume this one's my character. I don't know what all the events are. What are all the events?
You'll find out. You gotta get there. All right. I think I remember the thing out.
I'm a good D&D player, guys.
Shush. All right, so Akari, you are going to walk up to the stall, I assume, and basically it says if you can hit all the targets without missing, you'll win a prize.
Wither's interested in everything that's going on, so she's following. Like anyone who's gonna go do something, Wither is following to watch.
They add on specifically if you can hit 3 bullseyes, you'll win the grand prize.
Okay, definitely will try it.
Throw your dagger.
And it's a little Korok is the one that's running this stall. And again, these Koroks probably don't leave the forest. So even seeing a Shiekah or a Hylian would probably be like, oh, you're
Wither
big.
waves at the Korok.
Especially you. You are even more so different. And then just like distracted for a second looking at you and is like, oh wait, I have a job to do. Sorry. Yeah, you wanted to play the game?
Yeah, what I use to hit these?
You can use whatever you want as long as it's not like an explosive or anything.
Velkorin tucks the bomb arrows away like, oh, okay.
So you're saying I could go over there and hit them with my hands?
You must stay behind the stall. Ideally, you would use like a bow, but I won't say no to like throwing daggers or anything like that.
Do you have anything I could use?
I will hand Akari my bow and 3. How many arrows does he need? 3?
There are 3 targets, and if you manage to hit the bullseye 3 times, you'll win the grand prize.
All right, 3 arrows. There you go.
Okay, what am I rolling for this?
It'd be an attack roll.
D20 plus dex, and if you're proficient with bows, add your proficiency.
Correct.
I'm proficient
I will
with...
add that Toto is probably in the background with the other Koroks showing their little tiny homunculus.
Oh,
I'm proficient with a crossbow.
Didn't I give you a crossbow?
No.
Pretty sure I thought I did.
Wouldn't
Well, I
a
didn't.
rogue
You have
class
your daggers.
automatically be proficient with a bow?
That's how you're thinking
He
too.
is proficient with simple weapons and a crossbow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does simple weapons count for bow?
Simple weapon.
I'm like, what is some simple weapons supposed to
I'm
mean?
pretty sure a bow is.
Yeah, let me check too. Yeah.
Simple raid. Simple raid weapon. Crossbow, a dart, a short bow, and a sling.
It's not a short bow.
Not a short bow.
Especially when I hand it down to somebody else.
Yeah, especially since it's a
tall
U-sized bow. This is like the equivalent of having I don't remember what it's called, but it's the bow that they use in Japan. Like the massive longbow. That's the one that's like taller than the person usually.
Okay, so no proficiency.
So you would not have proficiency, no.
So
Points at Akari's daggers and does like a throwing gesture.
you know what? Why not?
It's gonna say
It's not like she won't get them back.
well, yeah,
You will get.
He'll bring them back.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good.
It's not like it's going into
So
the
just
abyss.
roll an attack, right?
Correct. If you roll an attack,
And you would be
Yeah.
proficient with your daggers.
so just roll if you're on D&D Beyond, you can just click on the number right by the hit. Should be a
So
plus
19
a 19
for the first one.
for the first one. And as you throw it, it goes right into the bullseye for the first one.
Claps.
Yeah, says the Korok. Good job. 2 more to go.
All right, another one. Let's see. Oh. 19 again.
Again,
Nice.
there you go. You're good to go. Boom. The second one sinks into the bullseye.
Now one more. Please pass me my daggers back.
I was gonna say, I assume he's. He flies over, attempts to pull your daggers out as it struggles a little bit.
Wither will help.
Oh, thank you, please. Pulls them
She
out.
gets it, gives it back to
I'd just
Alright.
I'd go there myself. I'll be disqualified. I can't do that.
They come.
And then one more throw. Let's. 15.
15. Unfortunately, just misses. It goes right next to the bullseye. You hit the target still, but it's right next to the bull. You didn't quite get the bullseye. We're so close for the grand prize. But I'll give you a consolation. You managed to hit all the targets, and then he says, "Hold out your hand."
She holds out her head.
Gives you a turd. No. Gives you a golden poop. No. He will give you 3 Deku nuts.
Wow, what a prize.
Hey, shut up. It's a fancy item. I'll give it to you in a second.
Should I try again?
I'm trying next.
After
One
his-
attempt. Sorry. No. There. Boop. There you go. They should be in your backpack.
Kari gets her daggers, just goes, dang, my training didn't pay off.
So close. All right. I think Velkorin wants to make an attempt now too. I assume you're gonna use your fancy bow.
I'm using the bow.
Just as bad as missing a vital.
Makes sense. All right.
All right. Let me bring up my stat sheet.
Let you do your attempt. You get 3 shots to hit the 3 target. Or aim for the ball.
15.
15. Yeah, hit the target, but you don't hit.
For the first one that doesn't hit the bullseye?
Yeah.
Holy
it's all the
shit.
same DC. They're all 3 targets, same distance away.
Damn. Okay. 20 fucking 4.
Well, 24 definitely hits the target.
And then a
And definitely
24.
2 24s.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
2 for 3, I feel you.
feels bad.
I split my own arrow.
You split your own arrow, and he's like, "Wow, what happened to
Robin
the
Hooded
first
it.
shot?"
Apparently I fucked up.
Ah,
If
That was a
you want-
warm-up
if-
shot.
If
What if-
Akari wants to
can-
go again first, I'll go after Akari.
Winter
We only
can-
get one attempt. We only get one
Hey.
attempt.
I already
Oh,
Yeah,
I lied.
otherwise
I
we'll
lied.
be
I
here
lied. I
all
lied. I lied.
night.
I wrote down you get 3 attempts.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. You wrote down your own rules
I
and then
did.
defied them.
I forgot about. Well, it's worse because I had it right up in front of me with my mouse
Okay,
right
I get
over it.
3 attempts, so what, I get 2 more attempts on that first one?
Yes. So you have 2 more attempts on the first target. Then we'll go back
oh,
to
so
Akari
same here. Oh,
That's a
okay.
natural
So-
20.
and that 20. All right, you definitely.
You gotta let fucking Akari go to get that last one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one grand prize.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so
You
2 more
definitely-
attempts to hit that
you-
last one.
You do the bullshit where you missed the first whiff, but all of a sudden, so it pissed you off because you missed that first one. You're like, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. The next 3 shots go, and then splits the arrow, and then your third one splits that arrow, and you're like, there
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh, amazing.
That's what we're supposed to do. And Korok's just like,
I've never had such a low shot before.
I know, right?
The Korok is just surprised. But yes, they'll let Kari redo their.
It was a warm-up shot, that's
I
all.
had to
Yeah.
roll an. I rolled an 8 and it was 15.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, I feel you. I rolled a 9 and it was 15.
And oof.
I hate
All
it.
right.
Wither
Kari,
is
you got
clapping for
you got
both of
2
you.
more attempts to hit the bullseye.
Okay, that one was an 8. Damn dice.
That one you didn't
That's-
even hit the target that time.
This-
You just- you got nervous because of how well Velkorin was, and you're like, I gotta be fancy now. But then you just totally whiffed the target. One more
22.
time. 22. There you go. Now you finally focus and right into the
The
target.
eyes glow red right before that last one.
Nice.
It's
job.
serious.
And so you just hit the target. Perfect. Dead in the bullseye. Again, now this Korok is excited because he never expected 2 people to hit it. He's like, all right, well, we have 3 choices for the both of you since you both made it. The options are either a wooden sword, spear, or greatsword. They are.
None of this is helpful to me.
They're fancy.
Uh,
They do fancy things. So let
No
me know.
bow.
no bow for the bow stick. What are my options?
Essentially a wooden longsword, a wooden spear, or a wooden greatsword.
To a bow and arrow competition, and they're like, have some swords.
Right.
It's because of the effects they do.
I understand. I just thought it was funny.
Hmm.
Also, they were
Hmm.
intending children to come do this, not grown-ass adults.
Hey kids, have some magic weapons.
Not trained assassin.
Yeah, literally.
That's why I did the music.
Trained assassins, what do you
Uh,
mean?
I kind of want to just carry around a giant greatsword on my back. How
I
heavy
was
is this
Oh,
thing?
man.
I was gonna say Wither was eyeing the great sword.
I
too,
want. I
because
kind of
it's
want the
funny.
great. I kind of want the greatsword.
All right. When you pick it up, it feels like it doesn't weigh anything.
And I'm taking the
Whoa.
greatsword.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okie dokie. And then, so the last You want the spear or the longsword then, Akari?
You got no bows.
Unfortunately, no bow.
I'll take the sword.
Right, you'll take the longsword. I need to make up the card for the greatsword, but it'll have a similar effect to the longsword. So I'll give the item to Akari, and then you can tell them what it does. Doo-doo-doo.
All right, what other events can we steal, like rewards from?
Wow.
Jesus.
Wythr would like to look around at like all of the handcrafted stuff,
Get some new
like
outfits.
especially anything that has flowers, of course, or anything food related.
Shoot. Akari, you
You
should
gave
have the
off
item
food,
in your
too.
equipment slot now.
Maybe Vivra and Wythr
Oh.
like
You'll get.
walk up to a food stand at the same time or something.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, where'd you come from? You haven't even been sneaking.
Well, I would hope she wouldn't be sneaking in these woods.
Bye, guys.
Alright,
Never seen again.
so you're checking the...
She's
Just
looking
the-
around, yeah, at anyone who's like selling handcrafted things, especially if they've got like flowers, like, you know, if they have like flower crowns or things like that, or like wooden carved trinkets, teacups,
Shoot.
food, snacks.
Not so... There... The food is very... kind of basic what you would think, because obviously this is a forest, so they're not going to have very many... Or they're not going to have flames, so a lot of it's very... kind of like a trail mixy look, or granola bars, stuff like that, where it's
Nuts.
it's stuff that was pre-made and then came here too. But a lot of it is involving nuts, berries, vegetables. It's very that kind of stuff as far as food. As far as crafts, a lot of it's very small trinkets. There's some wood carvings of different animals and different creatures from the Kokiris. There's another stall of Kokiri that seem to be selling clothing. It would be the Kokiri tunics themselves, but various different colors with fancier embroidery on them. There's a small Korok that seems to be trying to sell the same thing, though his doesn't look as fancy. They're very small trinkets. There's not a whole lot of stalls because obviously they didn't intend too many people to come to this, but they still wanted it to be kind of a fancier celebration for the Kokiri. Essentially, the whole Deku race would be people that would think more so than outsiders like you guys.
Are there
We're
any...
so special.
Yeah. Are there any... Is anyone selling tea leaves or like a carved teacup?
I'll say there is one smaller Korok who is selling Deku leaf, as well as like something you wouldn't assume you would use it as a tea, but he's like, you should try it. But yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a smaller
Wythr-
Korok who is making tea with Deku, dried Deku leaf.
Oh. So yeah, Wythr like leans over to him or crouches down to him or something. This little Korok says, tea?
Like, yeah. Uses the fallen leaves that come out of the forest. I keep them, obviously clean them off good, and then I dry them for a long time and then use them in my tea.
Does he also have a teacup for sale? I'm really trying to get a teacup.
He does, but it's like a Korok sized teacup, so it is like a child's tea set teacup
sips.
size. Like 2 sips and that's all you get.
Like Gandalf holding the Hobbit wine
Yeah.
glass.
How pretty is it?
It's a cute little wooden teacup.
Okay.
There's
well, if it's not,
there's
thanks.
some slightly intricate designs on it, but it's not super.
It's like a double shot.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a double shot glass with a little bit of wood carving around it. It's a cute little cup.
So like the leaves, are they like kind of set into little bundles that you can pick up to buy?
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll pick up one and hand the Korok a purple rupee.
Whoa.
And
This
then-
is okay. Keep talking.
she She nods her head and then gets up and walks away.
He's just stunned before because like this
That's 10
only
gold.
that's
I
10
know.
gold and this
Oh,
only
10?
costs like 10 copper.
Yep.
And he's just like,
Oh my gosh.
He's just stunned, so he doesn't even stop her because he's like,
What a tip!
Well,
Never.
although for that we'll say maybe I take like three or four bundles of tea
yeah.
leaves.
That's fine. Let's say you get 5 bundles of tea leaves and
Okay.
1 Auroch teacup.
And the teacup. Oh, okay.
Oh, cute.
He insists if you're giving him this much money. All right, what else?
He's like, no, that's 3 months' wages.
What else do we got here? Yeah. What else?
Who
would you-
hasn't done a thing?
I've got a question.
What?
You haven't told me what the sword does yet.
Sorry.
It's super light, right?
Yes. It
how
feels
light?
It feels weightless.
Sweet.
You.
So I can like spin it, or I can Anakin spin it, right? With one
Pretty
arm?
much. But
Okay.
I mean, it's still a 2-handed weapon, so you're still using it for 2-handed.
Yeah.
But
So if I drop it, does it hit the ground like it has weight?
not as much weight as you would expect.
Okay.
There's
So-
still some weight behind it, but it's not like when you pick it up, it feels like it's almost lightless. But as soon as you put it in
Is it
the ground, it drops like a normal stick.
is
would
it
if
like
you dropped it?
is it like a gut sword? Like a gigantic, Dark Knight Claymore? Or is it like a regular longsword where
It's
it's
like-
thin?
It would
Like
be
a-
more.
The Alistair in Velkorin is going to come out here real quick, guys, and I do apologize.
He's like, I
Um,
need a fancy sword. I need it.
Yeah.
There's something I want to try.
All right. Here we go. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. All right. Sending you a picture. It looks like this, but
Are
obviously
you
a great sword size.
gonna try and shoot it like an arrow?
Shush.
Looks like that, but is the size of a great sword.
Okay, cool.
And
So
I
there's a
will-
little notch on the back there. So
I
I
will-
would like to.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna show you the effect that it does, but I'll have to edit it for a great sword because I forgot to make it as a great sword. But I will send you the effect of the normal longsword version.
Okay. Let me read it really quick before I shoot it at something.
You don't need to shoot it because it does a thing. It'll
You
be
don't need to shoot the great sword.
it'll be. I mean, in general, you don't need to shoot the great sword, but yeah, it'll.
I don't know. The archer is full of casters.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
Well, then I'll have to just edit some of the things for great sword variant. but
1d0 damage. What
It's
the
supposed to be a
fuck?
D10. I don't know why it topped up as 0.
Explains why it's so light.
Yeah.
What?
It's a foam sword.
Oh.
What? This is so broken. What?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know you're reading that description now.
Yeah.
So I do got a quick question about that, just to
What?
make sure I'm understanding this correctly with
Yep.
you. Now, when it says you may replace an attack using this weapon with a ranged weapon attack, what does it mean?
Does that mean I can just keep it?
You're
on my
shooting a
back?
sword beam. It's like fucking Zelda.
So I can use that for a range attack.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the intent. That's why
And
I
then
was
it
giving it
says
to the
if-
2 ranged people that don't necessarily need their bows.
And before rolling, you
Hmm.
may sacrifice 2 hit die to add an additional 1d10 to this attack, and if it hits, you regain spent hit die.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But if
What
you
does that mean?
miss, you lose your hit die. So you have to be careful. And then obviously, if you don't have any hit die left, then you can't.
This is
use
a
it.
strength-based weapon, isn't it?
I gave it versatile. So you can, well, yeah, the great sword version definitely would be. The
Where's my
wooden
hit die?
sword is
I'm gonna
versatile,
take the
so.
sword.
This also
What's-
requires attunement, just so if you didn't already notice that.
I've noticed. I'm going to shoot
Kid-
it from my bow.
Kids getting all their toys at Christmas and they're like, I gotta use it right now.
I can't use this. It's so good. I can't use it.
Yes, you can.
You can use it.
I would be so much weaker if I used this.
It's just not gonna do that as well. Yeah, because he's got a -1 strength.
And all my abilities are based on having a bow.
Wait, if it's versatile, wouldn't it be you could use your dexterity instead?
That's finesse.
Uh,
Versatile means you can use it in two hands. So
It's one hand or two hands.
yeah, that's why
Yeah,
it's more meant for
I
your sword.
Okay,
Uh.
is there anything that gives out a bow for a reward?
that's why I wanted a ranged weapon.
I gave you one. It's a sword.
A range.
That shoots weapon.
I'll put this on my back because it doesn't weigh.
I mean, it's
anything.
that, or I'd be a smartass and say, all right, it can be a finesse weapon because of how light it is. I suppose I could say
I'm
that.
still weaker with this weapon.
Yeah, but he's not because he also doesn't have very good strength.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Gee, whatever.
Kari's one of the strongest in the party. What do you mean?
With your,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. You got +1.
God, I hate this. This is such a good weapon, but it's so much weaker in my hands. I like the leech life, but I'm just. Is there anything that gives out a bow for a reward?
maybe the next town.
Perception check.
Yeah.
Check. There. I will say yes, but no, because I can't tell you what the item does, so I can't say for sure yet.
Is it a
But
bow and arrow?
it is not a bow, but I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you because it's spoiled.
can't spoil it.
You'll have to figure it out. You have a way to get something that is similar to a bow, yes, but that's as far as I'm going.
I'm gonna go play all the games.
Play
all
all,
of them.
all of the games.
I'm gonna steal
Go-
all the rewards from the
Go
kids.
play
I'm
your
gonna be that
ocarina.
guy. No, I
Music
can't.
battle with Vivra.
Shit.
Well, that item's already gone, so that
Okay.
Oh, there was only
the
one
one
item
person
for that one.
for
thing.
that one. The one person won the grand
fine.
prize. So Vivra's got the ocarina. Ironically, I intended to give that to Akari, but it worked.
Yeah, funny
Um,
enough, I was gonna go to that attraction first, but
That's
Vivra
okay.
was faster.
Haha.
That's okay. It works out. You got something else that works.
I was
love
waiting
that.
for a music thing to happen.
Who's stronger than I am?
Me.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Maybe.
Everyone except for Pippin, I think.
Isn't
Oh,
Vivra like
Vivra's
-2?
weaker than you.
Hey! The
Otherwise,
two
everybody
giants
else.
are the fucking weakest ones.
Yeah.
Yes, we've been over this.
The irony.
I'm gonna go up to Toto.
You see,
mean,
Toto is
and-
like still vibing without a car.
I was
I'm
about to
assuming
say-
this. I'm assuming this wet sword comes with like a sheath and stuff like that that you can put it in.
I
So you
mean,
have
it's a
to-
wooden sword, so it wouldn't really need a sheath.
Well, does it have something like that I can wrap it and like hang it on my
Sure.
back? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna throw it on the back of Toto.
Yeah.
What?
I don't have use for this. This is yours now. I'm gonna go to the next game. Like,
The next. He's
Dad's
sad.
gotta go win big.
Dad's sad because he found a weapon, but he can't use it.
I can't use it.
Out of character,
He
I'm
can use
fucking
it.
screaming right now.
That'll be fun. I think Toto's probably the
I
only
can
one
be
that
berserk.
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
kind of use it. I think Toto's the only one that could kind of use the great sword. I wanted to give.
Yeah, I have
something
2 weapon fighting.
up. Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. Awesome.
Well, there you go. That tote works out.
And Wythr's gonna wander over to where you said there was like a wooden sword in the ground.
Yes, it's in a pedestal act.
She's just gonna look and see what people are doing with it.
Is
Akari
in,
would also like to go over there.
in front of the Deku tree.
Wait, there's a Excalibur.
Kind of.
That's what I was gonna say.
I need
Some
one of you
sword in the
strong
stone.
folks to pull this out and get me the reward.
I mean, if I pull it out, I'm probably gonna keep it.
Well,
He
But yeah.
says.
I guess so. You guys are walking up the blade, I assume.
Yep.
And I guess as you guys approach, the Deku tree kind of wakes up a bit, and well, he was already awake because he was kind of talking to Frederick nearby. But he pauses Frederick's conversation and says, "Oh, geez, there's some new children in the forest. I've never seen you." And
Children?
by the way, this echoes like it's like really louder than you would expect.
This is like the Deku tree itself
Yes,
speaking
the
to us.
Deku
So
tree
Wythr
itself
is
is
like
talking.
looking up
And
at
his
it.
mouth is moving. Everything.
I guess compared to an old tree, everyone looks like kids.
Everyone's a child.
Oh, Wither's also gonna look around to see if she sees that forest guardian from before.
He's around, patrolling the outer border to make sure people are not getting near the border. But yeah, he's been walking around slowly, keeping to himself. I assume you're here for the challenge if you're all coming nearby.
Wither nods.
Yes.
Might as well.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
Ta-da!
Ah, where'd you come from?
Hi.
Yeah.
He notices your Korok that's on your shoulder. Like, I didn't know you traveled with one of my children.
It's a little
You
funky
stop it.
though.
He doesn't realize that it's a homunculus, but anyways, sorry, I got distracted. You wish to take the test of vitality. Just be aware, it's a dangerous test, but I won't shy away from anybody who wants to attempt.
Shit can't be that dangerous, right?
Describe the test.
Mountain
kids.
of corpses.
He just says the test of vitality. You can pull the blade, you'll be able to pull the blade. Those that aren't worthy won't be able to pull it.
I mean, yeah, but it's like part of a festival, right? You're just playing this up a bit, aren't you?
Do an insight check if you want to know if he's lying or not.
Yeah.
Just like you're just playing this up. Am I?
And they all died.
Oh no.
Yeah, 100%.
This is how we just.
Going around to all the games while they're doing this, is there anything that looks like it could be used as a bow?
Nope.
Still on the bow. I got a 15.
15. He doesn't appear to be lying to you.
Okay,
He's
I
just-
think that even though she's like, okay, so yeah, it is some test of some sort, she feels like it's within this small festival. So it's sort of like the test of her beating the musicians, where it's like, it's a challenge, but she can probably do it.
Potentially.
Is anyone else going to step forward first?
I'm too mad to do this right now.
You're too mad? Well,
I'm
You're
too
gonna be more
angry.
mad if you don't try it, just saying.
But
if-
fucking
if
fine.
no-
I'll
if
take it.
no one
Jesus
else
Christ.
steps,
I'm gonna
if
say,
no one else steps forward,
let the asshole go first since she's being a complainy, whiny boy. about it.
you want me to go first?
No, I'm saying let the dad go first because he's whining
Oh,
about
go
his
first,
bow.
Dad.
Also,
I want a bow and arrow.
Yeah, well, pull
While
the sword
he's-
out and we'll go from there.
What do
if
I
you
got?
can. Right. What did you say, Wythr?
I was just gonna say, like, while he's preparing and like walking up towards it, Wither's also going to like, kind of like raise her hand up just a little bit and point towards the forest guardian and ask the Deku Tree, "Who is that?"
That is the spirit of the forest. He guards. When there's people who can't defend themselves within the forest, and I can't, if they can get past the magic of the fog, he is there to stop any intruder. He's my
Her gaze just follows the guardian for a bit, and then she watches the test of strength. Well,
Okay.
test
I
of
forgot to mention
health.
Test of
that
vitality.
the guardian is surprisingly he's like 5.
Oh, funny.
Shorter than me.
He's shorter than you.
Short. 5'1".
As-
Above
as-
the table, he looks very similar to Link.
Oh, fun.
So you guys personally wouldn't, the characters wouldn't know who that is, but above table, I
Yeah.
wanted that he looks very similar to Link.
As Velkorin steps up, all like sort of upset in his stature, even though I can't see his face, he's sort of doing that. Vivra's gonna kind of like pat him on the back and be like, "Quit being a baby and just try it." But as she's doing that, she's gonna subtly cast resistance on him because because she
you need to do
believes.
sleight of hand. Though.
We're
You're gonna be
fucking.
Okay,
You're
smart.
gonna
I'll
try
try.
to cheat?
No, well, I'm trying to give because she believes the Deku Tree, right?
Uh-huh.
That it's a test of vitality.
Oh wait, no,
so
resistance is good. Never mind. My brain thought it
Yeah,
was bad.
yeah.
he can add a D4 to
Yep.
his saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not. She's being nice, you
Okay,
guys.
I'm
She's
sorry.
not always mean.
I'm sorry. My
Hey,
brain
that's
just thought,
cheating. on the challenge.
So I'm gonna roll sleight of hand, and I
Yeah.
absolutely fail with a natural 2. So who cares what I bad.
Hold on,
Right.
hold on. Can Wythr
she,
help
like,
correct
smacks-
her hand movement and give her
Yeah,
advantage?
Wythr like grabs the back of her hand and like
Because I'm
adjusts it ever so
observant
slightly.
and proficient in
Can
sleight of
she?
hand.
Can she try to save my butt?
Fine. I'll say she can help. So either
She
Wythr
just,
rolls
like,
for you
very
or
subtly
you roll
nudges your
advantage.
hand into a different
Oh,
direction so that
okay.
it's more hidden.
I was just gonna do every
Wow.
single event here until I got something I needed, and then give it all out. Like give everything else to people that could use it.
I have two more.
Okay,
Two
so
more
that
things planned.
instead, that sleight of hand is now a 19.
Wait, yeah. Nobody really notices you. Well, I mean, the people who have passive perception of 20, whatever, see you go.
Yeah, but I
cast
feel
your
like since it's
spell,
on
but-
his back and he's sort of like upset and distracted, like it might slide under his radar
Sure.
Akari squints at you.
Velkorin, you get this sudden sense of I can fucking do this.
I also want to point out, Velkorin is not upset. Alistair is annoyed. Velkorin
Oh.
doesn't care.
Okay. Well, we can just, if you want to retcon Vivra being nice because Velkorin's a little
We'll be fine with it.
You'll
I'm
be
Yeah.
just
fine with it.
saying.
Let
It'll be
Vivra be
fine.
nice.
I think it's in character that Vivra would make fun of him anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, he hands off the thing and kind of is wandering around the stalls. She sees him looking around and just kind of looking at everything and then sighing and moving on. She's like, just do it, man.
All right, what do I have to do?
I will. As soon as you grab the hilt of this blade, stop. Which would have been cool if it was dramatic, but it just stop. As you go to grab the blade. So, yeah. Boop, boop. Oh. Good.
I don't hear it yet.
Well,
Maybe disconnect it and reconnect it like before. Find a 10-hour version in the
apparently.
Just stab it.
future.
Boop, boop. All right, whatever. I'll deal with it later. Oh, it's still going. It's just I don't know what's happening. Changing color. As you go to grab the hilt, it's broken.
Let me roll.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm distracted. When you grab the hilt, almost immediately as soon as you hold on to it, you can feel like something's pulling like your energy from you. Make a constitution.
All of us?
Just you who is holding the sword.
I was like, I
Don't
heard
forget
all of you. I'm
to-
like, what?
Don't forget to add the D4 to it.
All right. Let's.
Velkorin accidentally
Oh.
killed us all.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Like, oh no. Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay.
You're
Did you? The D4.
I got it. I got it. That's a 23.
23.
hey.
A 19 plus 4 with the
You-
D4.
Oh, nice.
Push
Whoa.
through. You push past the feeling and feel the sword release a little bit, but still kind of have that pulling feeling as it goes again. Make another constitution.
Do I get the D4?
I
for
thought
this
he was
too?
gonna see memories or something.
I don't know. Is the resistance a one-time thing, or does it keep going until it runs out?
Oh,
It's not my
hang on.
spell. Please.
Before the spell ends, once before the spell ends. So nope, just the one time.
Oof.
Okay. All right. Make your second DC.
Oh,
Second one?
you should have saved it because it says it can roll the die before or after making the saving throw.
Oh.
How else can
Oh.
I convince the DM to let me give advantage to people?
No,
That
not
was
this
Not
time.
on this
Yeah.
one.
I know.
16.
15. Just barely.
Oh no.
You
Oh no.
manage again. You just kind of shove off that.
I wish I would have
feeling.
known that you could roll it before or after knowing you made the saving throw.
Uh-huh. And again, you feel it release a little bit further, and even the blade itself is starting to glow at this point.
Pretend I'm killing Zom.
And make
Oh,
the
we're good. We're
final
good.
save.
I'm solid. That's a 21.
No one else is gonna get to
Ooh.
play.
You done got it. And I am honestly surprised. I didn't expect anybody to win this. You
had
feel
to
yourself.
pray to the gods. I had to use my cheat dice.
Yeah, you did, you fuck. All right. As you feel like all your energy is just draining away, and all of a sudden, the blade lets go, and you're able to pull the blade out.
Okay.
And all your energy comes back to you.
Does the blade turn into a bow?
You want it to turn
I
into
was
a
waiting
bow?
for that to happen.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna put it back. So
You want it to turn into a bow.
sure. Is that how it works?
I had
Focus
a
on the
feeling.
blade, and all
I
of a
knew
sudden,
it.
blade modifies into a bow.
I knew it. I knew it.
I was 100%.
He was like, "You don't see a bow."
I was about 100%. If it didn't turn into a bow, I was just gonna stab it back in the ground.
All right.
Wythr like jumps a bit and like startles a bit and then like claps.
Is this my bow? Is this the bow that I sent you?
No, it is not.
Okay. I was
I-
gonna say, damn. Oh no.
I am sending it to you now. It says attunement, but it's not specifically attunement. I just needed to do it for that reason.
So if I have this, then I could give Akari my bow
You want
and
to.
teach Akari how to use my bow.
Should be in your inventory now.
Right? That would work.
If you want
I mean,
to. I mean, Akari can't use a longbow, remember?
well, that's why I would have to teach
Yeah.
Akari.
Oh, yeah.
Like I could teach them.
How tall is your bow? Like
It's
if
a
you had
long bow
to-
for my size. So
Yeah,
So
you
it's
can
like-
keep
Big.
that
I
bow.
don't think Akari can use that.
it's
You can
magical,
keep
so it
that
doesn't
bow.
change size.
Let's just keep that bow just in case.
So it's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About, yeah.
The deck of trees. Oh, I didn't expect the blade to be pulled. That blade has been here for well over 100 years. One person has been able to pull it
I don't see this in my inventory.
in your back.
Oh, thank you.
You might
You
have to refresh.
Yeah,
Damn
that
it.
too. That too.
I see my candy.
The one, since he's taking too long, this is a +2 blade. As an action, you can change the weapon to any weapon you are proficient.
Ooh.
It is bonded to him, so will only work with him. The only way the bond is broken is if the user die.
So then also if you needed to like switch it to a dagger temporarily or something, you
Yes.
could.
Correct.
So, okay.
I will change. It's just marked as a longsword right now, but it's meant to.
Does its damage stay the same, or does the damage change to each weapon?
Yeah, it would shift to whatever weapon you turned it.
Okay, thank God. I was gonna say that would be broken as a dagger. A
Yeah.
1d10 dagger.
Yeah.
God.
No, it would essentially you're getting a +2 of whatever weapon you need in that time,
Okay.
but it's bonded to you only, and it requires you to take an action to shift the blade.
So, but if I keep it as a bow, it just stays as a bow.
Yeah. For reference, I guess if you have it sheathed, it'll turn back into a sword, but as soon as you pull it out, it would turn back whatever you last had it as.
Cheese.
Cheats.
When you have it cheese.
I heard cheese.
I have it cheese. I don't know if I want to give this one away.
Cheese.
I can't give it away. It's
You
fine.
can't give this
I'm
one
stuck
away.
with
It's
it.
bonded to you. You are stuck
Oh, wait,
with it.
so when I take it out, so just to make sure we're clear on this, when I take it out, it's not a sword. It's gonna be a bow. Like I don't have to spend my first turn turning it into a
It
bow.
came out as a sword when you thought you wanted a bow. It all of a sudden shifted to a bow.
But
Or when it will
When unsheathing it.
when you sheath it, it'll revert to a sword. But when you unsheath it, it'll revert back to whatever blade you
As
had
like
it. Changed.
an
So if you
automatic
were
free
said
action.
yes,
yeah,
if you
that's what I'm
say
at. Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If
if
it
it's
was
a
a free
bow,
action.
if you had it as a bow, once you sheath it, it'll turn into a sword. When you take it back out, it'll be a bow again.
Okay.
Whatever weapon you had, it turned into. It just when it's not being used, it refers to this. And then
So basically, if you use the action to turn it into a bow in one combat, it'll always be
It'll-
a bow until it changes to
yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just takes the appearance of a sword whenever it's put away.
Yeah, whenever it's sheathed. Okay, so you don't have to do an action every single combat unless you want to actually switch the shape to something else.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I put this back in the ground? And let somebody else try it? I feel like other people could use this better than I could.
If you do, that means they have to do the challenge.
Just going around winning everything and then being like, nah, I'm too good for this.
Well, I could because I know there are people who could use this better than I could. Because it might be a +2
Who do
weapon,
you-
but I already output enough damage.
hmm
I mean, you can put it back and then tell one of us to go next, whoever you think is best for
I'm
it.
trying to think who needs a better weapon. Because Vivra, you
worry.
got a better weapon and your spells.
What I need is a weapon shop with metal
Wythr, what do you
weapons.
got for weapons?
2 regular daggers, I believe.
I'm gonna stab it back in the ground.
The deck
You gotta
is-
do the challenge.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Deku Tree is surprised. Like, hey, all right, well, your choice.
And then Toto, are you okay with the greatsword, or do you want a weapon that fits you better?
Let me become berserk.
Okay, Wythr, you go for this.
She looks a little shocked and like glances around, but timidly, reluctantly steps up to it. I have a
really
negative
want-
1 constitution,
Wait, no,
you know?
listen. You really want Wythr to do this? She places a hand on your shoulder and casts resistance. Hang on, I'm gonna be. I rolled a 7, so.
It's gotta be somebody because who would benefit the most is what I'm thinking of right now with it. Because Vivra just got a new weapon. Akari
Wythr-
wants to find a bow.
Vivra ain't get a weapon.
Yeah,
I
Wythr
made
doesn't
Vivra a
have any
weapon.
ranged weapons yet.
That's true. I have my.
Oh, you mean from
spear.
the last session? You mean
Yeah,
the
I
last
have.
Yeah,
I
I
have the
made Vivra
electric
a weapon.
spear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about from
Umbrella.
the games. I thought you were talking about from the games. I was
That's
like, that
literally the
ocarina is
only
not a
weapon
weapon.
I have.
I
Yeah.
mean, you know how Wythr is. She's quite picky with like her gear and stuff, but she wants to do this for fun anyways, so I'll use this.
All I know is that it can benefit somebody else here better than it can benefit me right now.
And
And I'm
Vivra,
gonna be
did
the
you-
dad thing and just give it to one of you guys.
Did you roll sleight of hand, Vivra?
I did, and I rolled. I think the total was like a 10.
Oh,
Not nearly as stealthy this time.
okay. And I'm rolling a con save.
Constitution saving throw.
And you
Okay.
can choose whether or not you want to roll
Right
the
for
d4
me.
after.
And it's the
Great
same
for
thing
me.
as soon as she touches the blade. Feel your.
How
your-
tall is this blade compared to me?
It's a normal longsword, so.
Okay.
But yes, again.
Probably at like waist height.
Yep, about your waist. So yeah, again,
Okay, I'm rolling
the feeling
with my
of
-1. Okay, that's 12. Hold on, wait. Do I have proficiency in my saving throws? No, I do not. So yeah, that's 12.
12 magic. Succeed. You brush off the
Uh,
odd feeling, and again it shink. It lets go a little bit, and then you can feel it start to pull your life force
You
again.
can see that like Wythr looks kind of surprised that she's even made it this far.
And
but
then
I'll
make
roll
your
again.
second attempt.
Okay, it's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Adding a
Oh.
4, adding a 4 to that won't help.
Really? Yeah.
That definitely won't.
It's a natural 1. It's because Kael just said something horrible in chat.
Um, As you-
Oh,
Goodness gracious, you jinxed her.
As you feel your life force being almost pulled into the blade, and it looks like you're not letting go, the deck calls out stop very loud, enough to surprise you to let
Gee.
go of the blade.
Yeah, she lets go.
Says, you don't have the proper vitality. Do not attempt this. You try again, I won't stop.
Don't do it, but if you
Um,
do it.
Maybe you should take a break from that.
If I just grab it, does it just come back out?
Nope.
Nice.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
You had your
Wither.
chance.
Should someone
I don't-
else
I don't
try?
really- feel like
Wither
somebody
steps
else needs
back.
it. Somebody else could use this because this is a +2 weapon.
Um,
+2 weapon
I
can be
mean-
any weapon you want it to be as long as you're proficient.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I try?
What kind of weapon do you need?
Do I need?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could it could be a sling. I'm proficient in those. Just thwack. That's a long
Or is it
distance
in
sort of
fucking
thing.
slingshot?
Yeah. Hey, if I need it, I don't know. I don't know. Akari or Toto? I mean, Toto, you've got the great sword now, so I don't know about that.
Akari got the wooden sword. She'll pass on Polar for now. She must wait for more weapons to catch her eye.
Wither
I kind of want to
gestures
try
at-
just to try.
Yeah, Vivra.
Try
I
it.
was gonna say I'll try it one more time if nobody else gets it.
Go ahead and try
Okay.
it.
Gesture at me. Do I? Gosh, do I resistance myself? Is the
I
question.
would.
You would? Okay.
Here's the quick. Does that have spell slots that you have
The
to use for that?
Deku tree does it. It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay, cool,
so-
cool.
So the Deku tree doesn't seem opposed to it now that I've done it twice in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, it's a test of vitality. He's not saying it's not allowed, so I'm gonna just do that to myself real quick, and then I'll reach out and grab the hilt.
Same as the other two. As soon as you grab it, you can feel your life force being pulled into this blade. But make your first attempt. After your children stop yelling.
Yeah, they were literally screaming just now. That's my first attempt. Looks like it's just a 9.
Want to add
Yeah.
your point?
You're right. I should do that. I literally immediately forgot that I had that.
Surprisingly, 12 was
if
enough.
you don't-
Oh,
you do not-
13! I did a 13.
Nice.
13 will make it. The blade pulls out a smidge. Then you start to feel your life source being pulled in again. Make your second attempt.
Nope.
Roll.
A 3.
3.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I rolled
You
with a different dice just to be like, what if? And they both rolled a 3. I'm not even kidding. I was like,
start
fine.
to feel your life force being pulled. And
Do I
pulled.
have to
Do you
let
want
go?
to let go?
Do I have to?
Don't have to. Dekutra said he's not going to stop you at this point. He stopped
Okay.
one person.
So,
You are not going to stop,
So,
though. You will
no.
get a point of exhaustion.
why not?
All right. You can reattempt to make that same DC, but you have
Yeah,
taken-
19.
Okay. You may succeeded that one. You push off the feeling. You do have 1 point of exhaustion.
All right. What
And-
is? Hang on, I gotta add that on. How do I do that
I was
on
gonna
computer?
say, get you is exhaustion disadvantage on saving throws the first one, or is it just speed?
I don't. I remember. Where is it? Help.
Under long rest, I think. Nope, short rest. Nope. Where?
No, there's.
I got it. 1 second.
Conditions. That's what it would be.
A disadvantage
Oh,
on
yeah.
ability checks.
Okay, so that's not a saving throw. I don't
Okay,
think.
so that's not a saving.
No, that's not saving throw. That's ability
You're
checks.
fine.
Okay.
So that
So
does
I'm
still
fine.
succeed. Okay. So you manage to. You can feel it. It's draining you, but you push past that feeling and still keep trying to pull.
Okay.
Yeah,
So my third
your
roll
third
is 17.
That same feeling as it's pulling your life force away. Take another point of exhaustion. Let go or keep it going.
I don't think another point would be wise.
Got 2 points of exhaustion now.
Let me check what to.
That halves your
uh,
speed.
Okay, speed halves. Okay, so exhaustion 3 is saving throws.
And attack.
So technically, I can try
get the
one more
6.
time. I mean, all I gotta do afterward is just not do much.
For
I just
2
gotta relax.
3 days, potentially.
Ooh.
You're at 2 days right now.
3. Okay.
Not being able to do shit.
Yeah. So she doesn't let go.
Right. And try to make your final save.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, good.
You got it.
I did it just barely.
Now
You
sleep for
feel
24
that,
hours
yep.
straight.
Like I said, as you just feel it's draining you so hard, but you're just like, no, I'm gonna do it.
It's in
And-
character because she's like she has to.
And then all of a sudden, just the blade releases. You're able to pull it out. You are fucking drained as fuck right now. You're just like,
She like stumbles backwards.
Yeah,
a bit.
feels
but
like
there
you
is,
did,
like-
it feels like you just ran a 25-kilometer running marathon and just sprinted the whole fucking.
She's like, what the heck? How did you do that? Oh,
Small tiny
jeez,
Wythr
this was
is
a bad
like-
idea.
Arms out, ready to like prepare to catch Vivra
I
if she
fall
like
on top
stumbles
of
over.
Wythr.
Just,
No,
yeah.
I don't fall on top of Wythr.
The blade is in your equipment.
Yeah, let me refresh.
May I do something?
What?
What if it turns into
Yeah.
it turns into a dagger?
The
Maybe.
spear is still there, right?
Want the spear? Yes.
Hypothetically, I could shoot the spear from my bow and arrow, right? Because the spear is designed for kid size.
Hypothetically,
An
I
entire
guess.
spear?
It's designed for children.
Yeah, but it's still a
Well, Sky,
spear.
your fan is on your
Fan.
mic.
It's designed for children. A spear designed for children versus a spear designed for a 7-foot tall man are drastically different.
Okay, so instead of a 7-foot stick, it's a 6-foot stick.
Why is it over double their height? Like
I was over exaggerating.
a fucking like grease
Hey,
level.
it's a
spear.
4-foot spear versus a 7-foot spear.
I could shoot that from a bow and arrow. I've shot worse things in real life from a bow and arrow.
I won't say no, but you are definitely not going to be proficient in shooting a spear.
I have an idea for it.
But I guess if that's what you want to do.
I'm thinking if that idea will work. No, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Vivra is exhausted now. She managed to pull the blade. It's hers now. You said you wanted to shift it to a dagger.
Yeah, because I have a big weapon,
Yep.
so why not have a small weapon?
So, like I said, as an action, you can change the shape of the weapon to anything that you're proficient with. So, if you want it to be a dagger, then you have a +2 dagger.
Nice.
And it'll go off of the dagger's attack stats whenever. So, you just have to
Cool.
remember
So
that it's
basically, I can change it to whatever I need it in the moment.
whatever weapon, as long as you're proficient with the weapon. That's the
Yeah, that's super useful.
that's the caveat.
Why would you want this?
I'm
Because
asking
it's
myself.
better for somebody else. My
Everyone's
first
just
attack
getting all the
already
weapons now.
my first attack already does triple damage. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
I did 100 damage in our last fight.
Yee.
Yeah.
Like I don't like if I can get somebody else to then do more damage and it's been more beneficial to you guys, I will give it to you guys.
Whether like looks and Vivra looks like she's doing okay or still wobbly.
Very
No,
wobbly.
I mean, yeah,
She's-
she's probably kind of wobbly. I mean, it's more mental exhaustion than physical, right? Or is it like all of
It's
it?
both. Your speed is halved.
Oh, okay. So she's like, I'm.
And your ability
You
checks
know-
are at disadvantage until you
Yeah. So
rest for 2 days now because you
like-
lose 1 point for every day of rest.
I'm gonna go
Hopefully we
get
don't get
something
attacked.
to eat and then find somewhere to relax.
Is there
Whether
any
it's not-
sweets here?
Sweets?
Ooh.
Free sap, maple syrup.
I'm gonna say there probably would be like maple candies, but obviously the Deku tree variant,
How
Something
many
like
how much are those?
like
Asking.
one green rupee a piece would be 1 copper.
Okay. How many do they got?
want?
Well, this is not the question we're playing. How many they got?
I'll say there's a rather large bowl full of them.
Cool.
So,
Let's say I
Cool.
could I?
like
There's-
that idea.
this is for
Cotton candy
kids.
made from maple sugar.
Ooh, I want one of
Mm.
those.
Yeah.
Do I steal all the kids' candy again, like the last place we were at, or do I? I would like to buy half.
Buy half. Right.
Just half of the
That
entire
seems
stock.
fair enough.
Right. You have a pouch big enough to hold 50 maple
my
candies.
God.
50?
Oh
that
my
are
god.
Deku candies, I should say.
Yeah, I have a backpack.
All right.
It's almost as if Wither's eyes widen, like the glow in her eyes just like flares up a bit, and she's like steps back a little in shock, like.
Add, this will be called maple candy.
Deku candy. Come on.
Deku candy. Deku candy, 50 pieces. Oh, it's a custom item. I like how all my custom items are candy.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
50 pieces. Add item.
At this point, Wither has noticed that Toto's like keeping a distance from her and like glancing at her occasionally, not so discreetly, or not as discreetly as Toto thinks they are. Wither sort of steps forward towards Toto and reaches out towards them without touching them or anything.
I have a question for the DM really quick.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you. Did you touch my money?
Did I touch your money?
Yeah.
Why?
Just look at my money real quick.
I know it's random. I'm looking at it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, you got lucky when I rolled one. How much money you needed?
Oh my god.
You
A lot
also
of money.
never paid Vivra still.
Oh right, okay, never mind. That's where because I'm like, where did all this money come from? 'Cause I'm like, I only had this much last time. I forgot I had the 100 for you,
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
also didn't
and then the 100
accept
for
it.
Toto.
And you also have the 100 from Wythr because she didn't take
Yeah.
hers. So that's where all
I
your money
took
came
the-
from.
I took 10 gold. That's it.
Okay, so
And
I
you
have
just
100
gave it
for-
away.
I have
Yep.
100 for 2 people because I have my 100 and then I have 100 for 2. Okay,
You have an extra 290 gold that you're not technically supposed to.
that doesn't math though because I already had over 200 gold. So I have 190 gold for somebody.
Oh.
I don't think I have Toto's gold then. So Toto must have Toto's gold if I have Wither's gold.
Vivra's.
I gave you guys'
Just
gold.
continue
You
with
were
me.
supposed to distribute it. So whoever has the gold and didn't distribute it, that's your problem.
Lost on the road
It's
somewhere.
literally at this point it's just the group's
Mhm.
money in one spot.
Our money.
I am Vexalia.
Yeah, good.
I'll say at this point it is starting to get darker now. You kind of notice that the forest is darker. It still kind of has that just kind of greenish teal glow to it, even though it is getting where it's dark.
As I was saying, like, Wither reaches out towards Toto without touching them or anything, says, Toto,
Yes.
she
You see Toto's eyes are
hesitates.
kind of like darting up and down, like looking at your eyes and then down to your poncho.
hesitates,
Her eyes are up there.
but sort of like rotates her head a bit, like looking, trying to make eye contact
Oh
with
god,
Toto.
she's the exorcist!
No, not spins her head.
Oh god.
She really is an owl. She goes full owl.
She rests her hand on her collarbone as she's sort of just, her other arm is still just kind of hovering out towards you, in a gesture without, like, not wanting to touch you to upset you. She says, Are you okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's so totally fine. I'm good. Do I roll deception?
Are you trying to lie to her?
Yes.
Then yes.
That's a 9.
GG.
Wythr notices that that's not not true. Okay, sorry, I was messaging. So Wythr looks, well, it's hard to tell without eyes, being able to see her eyes. But you get a feeling of like genuine concern for you. And unless you want to roll insight to determine that, but she says, I promise. Oh, okay.
I'm doing what now?
I'm rolling a save.
Either roll.
Oh.
Save or continue.
Is Wythr trying to use words?
Okay,
Hey,
I
she's
failed.
trying to speak.
I failed.
Can I see this with my passive?
I mean, yes. I guess Wythr can describe what she's reacting to while she's speaking.
So something seems to go wrong, and Wythr her voice trails off, and you can just barely see movement in the shadows of her mouth, and nothing's coming out. And she steps back and slumps her shoulders a bit.
Cool. Good talk.
I'm
She
gonna
looks
have Pippin casts the thing on me real quick.
Sneaky about it.
No, he's just coming up and slapping me on the shoulder.
Yep.
The thing.
Is slapping you on the shoulder, cast spell. Anybody who thought, obviously. Yes.
Yeah, so we're not hiding that the spell's being cast.
Yeah.
Can I roll a insight check?
The thing. Thing.
Again, who?
I want to see if my thought that the reason she's backing away is because she can't speak.
Yeah, roll an insight. I will DM, but understand.
Okay.
Depending on your roll.
Yeah, of course. Insight. That's a 17.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
What does he see?
Working on it. I said I would have to DM it for it.
Oh, sneaky stuff.
I don't mind if you say it out loud.
Well, fine then. I guess. You're not exactly sure why, but it seems like when she went to go speak, something was stopping her. To put a little more emphasis, it seems like she was almost like rubbing her throat. Went back off.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna interrupt this conversation here. I'm gonna mosey on in. Put a hand on Toto, and just so Toto doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna look over at Wythr. Are you able to speak in your normal tongue?
She tries to speak again, so I'm gonna roll again. That's a fail.
Oh.
You can see her, like, again, it's all in shadow, but you just see the subtle shape of movement where her mouth would be, and nothing's coming out. Or you just hear a little bit of, like,
And hear her
but
trying
nothing.
to speak, but it seems like her voice is just cracking, not working.
Okay, my theory was not correct then.
She looks down and, like, She looks tired and kind of like disappointed by how this is turning out right now, that like she's not able to get her thoughts out, and she'll walk away.
Akari will attempt to follow her just to check on her.
Yeah.
Toto will tug on Velkorin's sleeve.
Yes, Toto.
I don't know when I was able to do this, but she did the reading on her poncho.
What?
I can read what it says on her poncho.
And what does her poncho say?
Leave no corpse.
Great. That's wonderful. Well, I will unpack that later.
We don't have time to unpack this right
I
now.
was gonna say it's already 5 o'clock for me, so I will probably unpack that next week.
I'll finish off the ceremony.
I was gonna say, are we able to finish off the night or something?
Yeah, I will just. We will.
I can't stay for much longer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know,
Should we just pause now,
actually,
let
you
the
know,
rest of
that's
the
a
night-
good, that's a good spot to stop.
That's a like a.
That's a good
cliffhanger.
That's a
bit of a cliffhanger. So
This cliffhanger,
we'll do that. We'll do that.
That's
I know
a lot to unpack.
It's
Real-
about time anyway, so that works out.
It reminds me of the Spider-Verse movie already.
But yeah, we'll stop there and we'll finish up. There were 2 more events I had planned before the ending ceremony, so we'll finish that up next time. But yeah, I think we'll stop with that nice dramatic point, even though this was supposed to be your guys' fun episode.
It was fun all the way up until that point. It was like,
Somebody-
oh, so good stuff.
Somebody had to be literate.
Excuse me for being smart.
The irony is you should have known this before, but didn't notice.
It makes sense for Toto.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. The memories, the adventures, experience are kicking it in. Well, then again, I don't know. Did Toto have a memory problem?
No, they're just a little slow now. Take a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Distracted.
I can't remember if memory loss was one of the things. That's all I was trying to
That's-
remember.
Funny.
You thought it
This-
was a filler episode. Yeah, exactly.
It was for a little while, but yeah, if there are a few other events and probably some other roleplay actions that are gonna happen, yeah, I guess this is a good spot, huh?
Some was saying like, I hope we have I hope this is
It was
enough
both.
content for the episode. I was like, we're gonna roleplay
Yep.
for like an extra 3 hours. You don't have to prepare
I-
as much as you think.
I
need to
would not
mentally
be
figure out how to
surprised.
react to that statement.
Mhm.
How? Who? Velkorin?
Velkorin can react to that because I don't know how I would react to that, but I need to know how he, with what he did the last episode. Now he needs to think of what to do.
Just
Oh,
like,
'cause
oh
he
shit, who
could-
did
he
I
could-
trust?
Because he couldn't understand that, right?
His is
I
tones. He only understands speaking.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
not be surprised if the festival goes all the way through next session, and I'm here for
It
it.
worked. But I'm gonna
More to
raid.
do.
We're gonna raid out, and we can have our debrief afterwards. But let's
More
raid out.
fun mini games to be had.
We're gonna go
Oh, we gotta stop stealing all the kids' stuff.
stealing all the
Nope.
kids'
Next
toys.
time I'm killing Wythr.
Nope. I'm taking
Jesus.
it all.
We're going to raid Jasper because it looks like it's his 2-year
Like she's-
anniversary. So,
Uh,
so
Yeah.
we will go do that. And we will.
thanks everyone.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
guys
joining
coming.
us.
We'll see you guys
Bye.
in 2 more weeks from now or so, probably. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.